You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet.
Hello.
And welcome to
Ding, ding, ding.
Hell Yeah.
Nice. That's a fight bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
good.
It had fight bell
we knew
energy.
that.
Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm glad.
Fight bell energy.
So four old guys talking about an old ass boxing game.
Hell yeah.
The name
yeah.
none of us have heard in a long ass time.
Yeah. I know.
Riddick Bowe's Boxing. And what I would like to sort of jump sequence a little bit. So and go first instead of going last because
Okay.
I have
It's a
something
speedrunning trick.
temperature sensitive.
Old podcasting speedrunning trick.
That's true. So, what is Riddick Bowe synonymous with? Well, that's burgers. He's not at all. I saw a Good Mythical Morning this morning with Rhett and Link. I was like, I want to do that today.
George Foreman.
Now,
That's fucking true. That is true. I
That's-
should have said it for George Foreman.
That's a
boxing.
burger dude right there. We've already done George Foreman's, I think, haven't
Have
we?
we?
It was a long time
I
ago.
feel like we have. I feel like there were two of them maybe that we did.
I think there were two
Yeah.
George Foreman boxing games on the Super Nintendo.
I would not be.
I'm going to verify this.
But this morning, Rhett and Link did a blindfold fast food burger taste challenge. So they were blindfolded and served bits of fast food burgers to see if they could identify where the burger came from.
Okay.
So on my way home, I went and purchased 5 cheeseburgers, ketchup, mustard, and pickle, divided them up into 4s, and I'd like to give that challenge to you, the 3 of you, today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Hell yeah. We're going to do like embarrassingly well at this.
Yes,
Well,
we are.
That's why. Here's my question.
This is going to
then.
be easy.
Do we want to do hard mode?
What is hard mode?
Hard
We all
mode
get COVID, come back in 2 weeks, try it.
I don't tell you the 5 places ahead of time.
Yeah,
Oh,
don't-
yeah,
No,
hard
don't.
mode. Yeah, hard
okay.
mode.
Okay.
We want hard mode.
Okay, go hard mode.
But we can't look at it, right? Because
Correct.
we
It is
would
taste
know.
only. I will put each 4th on a fork and hand to each of you.
Okay.
And we guess who's in our mouth. It's a game called What's in My Mouth.
Yeah.
That's a Dane Cook joke.
Buttered popcorn, baby.
What's in my mouth or who's in my
Who's in my mouth?
Okay.
Oh, sorry. That was a Dave Moore joke. See, I altered it.
Nikki and I do a slight variation called What's in My Mouth?
We do. It's fun.
Man, I got so close to like shooting that out my nose just now.
Her too. Henry, don't listen to this podcast ever. These are jokes, Henry. These are jokes, sweet child. Your mother and I had sex once.
For the party. So the best I can do for blindfolds, I have napkins, since we all have these convenient napkin holders on our faces.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where you can
Yeah.
blindfold yourselves.
We are some visually impaired boys.
We are. I just got new prescription.
Oh,
I'm super
I did
super
too,
impaired.
Not that long ago.
I got the bifocals now. Which I
So-
dreaded, but man, whew, big difference.
So if you guys,
No.
so I figured the best way to do, of course, open discussion. But when it comes time to guess, we'll count down 3, 2, 1. You all answer at the same time, and I will record it. And whoever gets the most correct,
How are you going to record that?
I don't know. Whoever gets the most correct is the true burger top
Okay.
or burger versatile. Whichever you
Can we
prefer.
place bets on who we think is going to win?
Yes.
I think Ian's going to
I
win.
think Ian is gonna win.
I think Ian's going to win. I think I'm probably going to get last, but I still think that
I don't know.
I think
You
we're
think
all
you might
going
win?
to do
No. I
equally
think
well.
I think I might come in last. I don't know.
All right.
It really depends on what the 5 burgers are. I can't believe you went to 5 different
I
places.
did.
and we're going to eat this at like the burgers are going to be like 38 degrees Fahrenheit. Is
That
this
is-
I got home at 6 o'clock where Melissa had a warming oven already ready, and
Okay.
they've been in my oven
Yeah.
warm
all
until
right?
now.
But warmed at home, so we can
Warmed at
always
home.
use that as an excuse if we don't do well. These were reheated.
These
Man,
were
I'm-
reheated, and I made sure they had all the exact same ketchup, Ketchup, mustard, pickle.
Okay.
I am really impressed by your dedication to this.
To sparkle
that's-
motion.
I understood that reference.
Yeah.
I
Cellar door.
And then afterward, I have
Cellar
more stats left. All right.
I am
So
starting to seriously
Ian,
question
if you would
your
extend your
commitment to
hand.
sparkle motion.
I will hand you. There is a fork with a burger on top.
All right, we bite in at the same time.
All right, yeah.
I think that's fair.
Damn it! Hold on. I don't know. I can't get my blindfold behind my glasses right.
Here's where it's tricky. I don't think I've got like a regular cheeseburger
Okay.
from
There.
anywhere other than
com-
McDonald's.
Yeah.
I'm completely covered now. Here we
I'm going to take off my headset for maneuverability.
go. Makes you faster.
That's what she said.
John, here you go. Into your hand there.
Okay. Got it.
Here you go. Into your hand there.
So this is like a burger popsicle?
Yes.
I like this.
This feels substantial.
We should be videoing.
It does feel
can-
substantial.
It is a fourth of a burger.
Oh, okay.
Good Lord.
All right.
So if you can pop it all into your mouth, that's best
Hell yeah.
because it is solely
don't
by
know.
taste.
Open wide for chunky.
Because I feel like if you were to feel the
Nice.
burger, you could probably more easily identify it.
Okay, when,
So wait,
say
we can't
Yeah,
we
I
can't
can
feel
see
it.
that.
We can't feel it with our hands.
That I would prefer. I know if some
Okay.
you might have to do that to eat it. But
Okay.
And don't blurt it out until Tyler counts.
all right,
Oh.
please sample burger number 1.
So wait. We don't blurt it out.
Until
I'd
he
say well, I'll
counts.
count it down
Okay.
that everyone say it at once.
Okay,
That way
okay.
we're not influencing each other.
All right.
We ready?
Yes.
Here we go.
Nom nom nom. And this is it is a corporate chain from somewhere in Paducah. That is the only lead that you get.
I know what this is.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Oh.
Ian,
Oh. I thought I knew it first, but then it changed.
I think I know.
hold on, I gotta get. I do.
I
have
feel
to
pretty.
get
I feel
a
pretty
picture.
confident on this one.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Burger King.
Wendy's.
McDonald's.
Shit.
Okay, Dave, you said Burger King.
No, Ian said Burger
Ian
King.
said Burger King. Dave,
And
you
that's
said-
what I thought it was at first. I thought it was Burger King at first, but then the more I chewed on it, can I change my answer? Because now it's definitely Burger King. It's Wendy's. I'll just
It's
go with
not
it.
Wendy's.
I know it's not, but that was my answer. Wendy's.
I thought it was McDonald's. I might be really terrible.
No,
at
it's
this.
Burger King for sure.
All right, that is burger number 1.
Do you need the forks back?
Yeah, do them individually so we get the same fork each time.
I will. How about I tell you that you can drop your fork and I'll get you each a new one each
Oh
time.
man.
I got a big ass box.
Man, this is like 5-star service up in
I don't know. I love it. I'm going to need the bucket.
I didn't have to. We didn't have to go get dinner, John. We could have just
I
had
know,
beer
man.
and then
Got a
come
free
here.
burger.
Got a free
Ate it in
hamburger.
quarters.
Okay, Ian, here is burger number 2 right there.
Secured.
The fourth burger is actually going to be a cake pop. I'm calling it right now.
I have a fork.
John.
All right.
And there you go, Dave.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm eating the whole thing.
Please
I'm not-
sample.
Yeah, me too. I thought that's how we were supposed
Yeah,
to do
he
it.
said
Okay.
that.
All right. All right.
Please sample burger number 2. Thoughts, tasting notes,
I don't know what this is.
hints of coal, citrus, flowery.
Is there a clue? Also a
Nope.
major chain.
Yeah, these are all major chains located in Paducah.
I'm not ready.
This is a fun game. I like those.
I love how each of you look right now.
This is a really fun game.
You should definitely get a picture of this. while we're
Oh, I
all-
did.
While we're all blindfolded.
What was that movie with Sandra Bullock where she's like wearing the blindfold and has to go to like the woods and stuff? I haven't seen it.
Oh,
She's got, like, a kid.
bird box.
Bird Box.
Yeah,
Bird
yeah, yeah.
Boss. We'll call it Bird Boss. I like that. That's what yeah.
All right, we'll
Man,
count down guesses.
I can't place that.
Me neither.
I can't.
I don't think I'm right, but I'm going to say what's in my heart.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
McDonald's.
Five Guys.
I don't know.
McDonald's is my guess.
So I already claimed McDonald's, so I can't
You could
claim
guess
McDonald's
it again.
I mean, one will be wrong, but
It tastes. Yeah.
I don't know though. I'm gonna go stick with my guess because
I'm gonna say Burger King on that one. I know that's probably not right, but I can't think of anything else.
it'd be a burger from one place. Each burger is from the same place.
You guys are stupid.
If it's all national chains, you know we're not gonna get any just burgers.
Yeah, just hamburgers is not on the list. They are all fast food. I got these all at a drive-through.
It's weird not
And
being
there
able
you
to see
are.
where the mic is.
Yeah, I know.
It's like I keep thinking I'm
let me
like
ask
way
you
too
this.
far away from it.
Bottom bun here. Let me
Uh-oh.
re-secure that.
Let me ask you
get the
this.
proper ratio.
If can an answer be changed before we reveal the truth?
I'll give everybody one redo then.
Like if I taste this and I'm certain it's McDonald's, then I want to change my previous answer to something else.
I'll give everybody one redo.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I'm so full.
Can we smell it first? Is that allowed?
Yes. Smelling's absolutely allowed.
I feel
Just smell
like
ketchup and mustard.
Oh, that's got to be McDonald's.
I feel like I have to look absolutely ridiculous right now.
Oh, you look beautiful, John.
I'm like holding up my burger on a fork like a scepter.
Ooh, like a king in Mario 3.
Please sample burger number 3.
There's, well,
I'm going to need to change my answer on my last one.
yeah, I know exactly what to do.
All right, we'll count down. Everybody seems pretty certain. So 3, 2, 1.
McDonald's.
McDonald's, yeah. I was wrong about number 1 for sure.
I was too.
Okay, if you'd like to change one of your previous answers, you can do it now. Do it later.
I'll wait till the end.
I'm going to wait. I know I've got to change my previous one of this because I know this is McDonald's, and the last one I was not sure.
That third burger is the only one I'm confident of about my answer.
I'm pretty confident about my number 1.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm
I
confident about your
really-
number 1 as well.
Honestly felt like I was going to be good at this. I'm not, apparently. Because I'm very unsure.
I think I'm forgetting a major. So name off some burger chains.
So we're doing medium mode.
Well, I'm just having trouble thinking of the damn different.
Okay, well, see, I didn't order the burgers, so we can come. Us three contestants can do it together. So McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King,
Right.
Five Guys.
Okay.
I don't think Five Guys is open.
No, they're not open. They closed.
They closed.
Oh, then shit,
Dave,
I've got
you
two
can,
wrong.
you can
for
change
sure.
that for free then, Dave.
All right, well then I'm going to change my second one to. I'm going to change that one to Wendy's.
Dairy Queen?
Ooh, shit! Did I just have a Dairy Queen burger? Was number 3 Dairy Queen? Shit.
No,
I don't think it was.
I was pretty sure it was McDonald's, but that bun had a Dairy Queen quality to it.
Yeah,
But that ketchup had a
I
McDonald's.
really thought the bread was going to be the thing that tipped me off the most,
Yeah.
but it really has not helped.
Yeah, I know, right? That's how I was like, I'm gonna get Burger King from the bun.
What are some
Yeah,
more?
Nah.
What are some more burger places?
Culver's?
Culver's. Yeah.
But that is Yeah, I guess Culver's is a chain, isn't it?
Yeah.
Here is yours, burger number 4.
Arby's doesn't have burgers.
Well, they did
do.
for
Oh, they did.
I don't know if they do still.
Backyard Burger's not around anymore. Thank you.
No? Yeah.
Thank you for pre-warming this fork.
I've been holding my hand for a second.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna smell it. Oh
smelling.
shit! This one smells like BO.
It actually does.
I'm dragging every burger across my balls in front of everyone.
That's weird because the last one tasted like cum. I didn't want to say anything.
Tyler's like, these guys are never going to know.
Does
I
that look
drank
like
these
spit
burgers
to you?
But it
across
didn't taste
my
like
balls.
your cum, so it threw me off.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
It's for a cop.
It was sweeter.
Do we have liter of cola?
A liter of cola.
So please sample your burger.
What the fuck is this?
I'm gonna get every one of these fucking.
Why do
wrong.
they all taste like McDonald's?
Okay, I have my answer.
Dude, what the fuck is this? Oh, okay, I got my answer too.
John, do you have an answer?
No, I'm bad at this.
I am too. We're all bad at this. It's cool. I'm really bad. I'm bad. I'm badder at this than you are.
When John has an answer, I'll count down. Or do I need to count down to pull one out of you?
Hell yeah, I love a count. I love a good countdown. Problem is, I'm going to blurt the answer out before you get to one. That's part of the fun of the countdown. You have to act mad, okay?
Okay. All right. I think I have an answer. I don't know.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Wendy's.
Dairy Queen.
Yeah, I said Dairy.
Ian
Me too.
said Wendy's.
That might be Dairy Queen, actually, but that's fine.
John, Dave, I heard you say Dairy Queen.
Yes, sir.
John, did you also say Dairy
I
Queen?
did. Yes.
I want to.
We say Dairy Queen and we say thank you.
I want to change my number 2 answer from McDonald's to Dairy Queen.
All right.
I'm going to change my number 1 from whatever I said to Burger King.
From Wendy's to Burger
Yeah,
King.
man, when I took a bite of it, I was immediately like, this is a Burger King burger. And then halfway through, I no longer like tasted that coal or whatever in the grill flavor.
The
and I was like,
flame grilling.
Yeah, the flame broiled.
Well, the problem is Dairy Queen makes their burgers that way too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they taste similar.
Well, they're all in the same monarchy, right?
Yeah,
So
probably.
it makes sense.
I know I've said McDonald's
Oh,
for
probably-
2, so
we're done,
one
right?
of those.
No, we got
is
one more.
definitely
Oh,
wrong,
shit.
But I don't know what to
It's the
change it
5th
to.
and final burger.
Final Burger Fantasy 5. Thank you.
So go ahead and smell.
Man, I can smell it from here. That's a strong ass.
It's got a cheese smell.
It's like we're listening to the show because I can't
Can't
see you.
see anything.
We should do this more often.
Next time I'll set up as a glory hole with Melissa on the other side handing bots a cheeseburger. You feel good in your burning knees.
Man, half of that sentence was real cool.
Yeah. like 2/3 of it was pretty cool.
Man, he had me in the first half.
Please sample your burger. Yeah.
They're all bun.
Wow.
What the fuck is this?
Well, it's 2 buns with just a touch of burger.
Yeah, there's a lot of bun.
There's something there I can't quite nail down.
All right. I've already said it, but I'm calling this one Wendy's.
I'm going to say Wendy's too.
Sorry, I didn't wait for the countdown.
3, 2,
Oh, sorry.
1.
I'm sorry, I forgot we were doing the countdown thing. Can I take my blindfold off?
Well, Dave has not guessed on this one yet.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm having the problem of trying to figure out another restaurant. I'm running into
Yeah,
that.
that's what happened to me, man.
We don't have like a fucking White Castle or Crystals. I'm holding things up, so I'll pass.
I think one of my answers was literally, I don't know.
It was, yeah. You inspired me to pass.
Okay.
Thank you.
I do inspire people to mediocrity.
All right, please remove your blindfolds. So we have a tie for first place. Ian, John, you each got 2 correct.
oh. See, I thought
Dave, you got 1 correct.
I'm the burger bottom.
and we are the top.
What
Well,
was?
who will be
Let
the
me ask you.
Lucky
each
me.
of you this: what was your favorite burger? If you can remember.
The one that I thought was Dairy Queen. So fourth burger?
Fourth one.
The fifth one.
That was my least favorite.
Probably the.
Yeah.
You probably got the meat.
The third one.
I did get a piece of meat there.
What do you think was the worst one?
The fifth one for me. I thought the fifth one was horrible.
The one that I was certain was McDonald's number 3, I think.
I think number 1. I don't know. I'm having a little trouble remembering, but I'm gonna say number 1.
All right. So in order, number 1 was Dairy Queen.
God damn it.
Damn
I
it,
knew
damn it, damn
I
it.
knew it.
Damn it, damn it, damn
When
it.
I said that
Right.
Burger King or Dairy Queen flame broils as well, I knew I had fucked up at that point.
Number 2 was Hardee's.
Hardee's. How the fuck
about
did I forget
Hardee's.
about Hardee's?
Damn.
It's because to me, they're just the place where I get chicken tenders.
Yeah.
Yeah. I rarely get a burger
Yeah,
from there.
same.
I will get when I get a burger from there,
It's like a Frisco or
it's
something.
A Frisco.
mushroom and Swiss or
Yeah,
a Frisco, the
yeah.
big 3rd pound.
Yeah.
jobs.
Number 3 was McDonald's,
Okay.
which everybody got
I got
correct.
that one.
Yep. Number 4 was Burger King.
Yeah, we
Kind
flip
of
flopped on that.
flip-flopped. They're
And-
very similar.
And number 5 was Wendy's.
Okay.
So, Dave, your favorite was Dairy Queen, and your least favorite was Wendy's.
No. My favorite was Burger King because Dairy Queen was the first one, right?
Dairy Queen was the first one.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
that was
said
your favorite?
No, you said my favorite was Burger King.
I'm
right?
sorry. Your favorite was
And Burger King was the first one.
was Burger King.
Right.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah. So my favorite was Dairy Queen, and my least favorite was Wendy's.
Wendy's.
Yeah,
Yep.
that burger, dude. And it might have made a difference. And this isn't like, this isn't your fault. I feel like this is a Wendy's problem. I got like a fucking knuckle of burger.
Yeah.
Like
and that was each of you. Each of you took a fourth.
Yeah,
So,
that was a
Like that
equally
was
shitty all the way
that
around.
motherfucker was
not a
all
lot
done.
of burger at all.
Where's the beef? Wendy's.
Oh, the irony.
Let's see. Ian, your favorite was Wendy's, and your least favorite was McDonald's.
Yeah, that tracks. I like McDonald's quarter pounders, but they're standard cheeseburgers. Then the McDouble, I will eat them and not complain, but I will never choose that
Seek
as
them
my,
out.
I didn't taste the onion, the onion rice.
He had to
on
leave the onions off because of me.
Yep.
I don't know if that would have made a difference, but I asked him to not do onions.
I would have been even more confident that it was
Yeah. I
McDonald's.
mean, we
I
all
don't think it
got
would've made it- yeah.
McDonald's, so
Right,
that's
right,
not
right.
Because
on
John,
you.
your favorite
right?
was McDonald's, and your least favorite was Dairy Queen.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, because that's kind of the opposite of what I would have thought. You
That's
know?
awesome. That was a really cool test.
And then
Yeah,
for,
that was fun.
For additional stats, which place do you think was the most expensive?
Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dairy Queen is real expensive.
Wendy's is expensive.
Wendy's is
too.
expensive too.
Now,
Hardee's is also
Now,
expensive.
Dairy Queen's got a thing going right now, though, where you can get 2 regular.
Well, I paid full price for these motherfuckers.
You did?
Oh, they
I
should have
did.
told you about
Oh,
the 2
dude, they didn't tell you
cheeseburgers.
about the 2 cheeseburger deal?
2 for $7.
They did, but he was like, "I'm doing this for a podcast."
This is
What?
This is the thing.
The shit. How are they not going to be like, oh, you got 4 cheeseburgers?
Well, if you paid full price, then I think Dairy Queen was the most.
well, he got one
expensive.
cheeseburger.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. He cut them into 4. So I don't know why I'm thinking he bought 4
Let me see. 'cause I had to.
cheeseburgers.
I mean,
Right.
wow, yeah.
That'd be like 20 cheeseburgers.
Yeah, like our 40-minute segment where we all eat 5 full cheeseburgers. I love this.
Oh, God.
So the most
So
expensive.
full.
We could have done it if we had more on Patreon. Just saying,
I know.
if we had more on Patreon, we could have had 5 full burgers. But
The most expensive at $3.70 for a single cheeseburger was Dairy Queen,
you guys got it.
Okay.
and that took me 4 minutes in the drive-through to get that burger.
Yeah, they
Got the stats.
They gave me a receipt, and they were nice.
Okay. I like this like next gen stats. We got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Second place.
Did
was,
Did they flip the burger over before they gave it to you?
And none of the pickles fell off. And
Good, well done.
They have a sign up on Dairy Queen's window now that says if you order multiple blizzards, we only have to flip over one of them.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Really? We're allowed to make as many shitty blizzards as we want as long as we make one good one.
Exactly.
I like the TikToks where old Dairy Queen workers will work at other restaurants and they walk up and dump their Cokes out and then look shocked. I'm sorry, I used to work at Dairy Queen.
I've never had a bad blizzard from Dairy Queen. I'm fine with them not.
I've had shitty McFlurries, but I've never had a bad blizzard.
Every McFlurry I've had has been a shitty McFlurry.
now,
Sometimes they won't put enough stuff in them.
yeah, there you go.
Like there's too heavy, there's too much ice cream. There's
Yeah,
not a good ice
not a
cream
good
to
ratio.
stuff ratio.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Choco Brownie Blizzard isn't a good example
So-
because there's a lot of stuff in it.
Right.
But they get it all at the top, and then
Yep.
when you get through
Yeah.
the first 2/3,
Yep.
the bottom is just solid vanilla ice cream.
So what they need to do is instead of flipping it over, because we all know it's thick. Come on, they need to dissect it.
Yuck.
Ah, yes.
Give you a good bisection of that blizzard.
So the second most expensive was Wendy's at $3.49.
That's
Not a
fucking
surprise.
ridiculous.
Yeah, that is
that is-
ridiculous.
they're-
For a single cheeseburger.
That all of you said did not have enough beef on it.
No,
Yeah,
they're doing
$3.49.
Dave Thomas a great disservice.
Agreed.
Because really, if you should have had, if it's a square patty where the
Yeah.
Beef hangs over the bun.
edge, yeah.
Yeah.
So Wendy's, at 3 minutes of the drive-through, and they were fine.
Which
They were
Wendy's was
courteous.
it?
Southside.
Southside Wendy's.
These
okay.
were all in a straight line on
tracks.
Southside.
That,
Nice.
that tracks with the shittiness of the burger. That Southside Wendy's sucks.
It's really bad.
It's
Yeah,
really
It's
bad.
horrible. The Limerick one has been okay.
The
I
one
can't
in-
remember the last time I ate at the Southside Wendy's.
The one
bad.
at the mall is okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I always
That's
forget
all
about that one. But yeah, that's an okay one.
We have 3 Wendy's in this town.
Third most expensive was Hardee's at $3.38. They did not give me a receipt. They were nice, but I could tell there was only one employee in that whole restaurant.
Yeah.
That Hardee's,
And she was like, "Give me a second to get up there," and she ran back to the back, made the burger, and came back.
that
up.
Hardee's is no man's land.
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah.
They're friendly
It's
at
in
breakfast.
a weird spot too.
Yeah, I'm always turning into the wrong place.
Yeah.
Even though I've been
Yeah.
there a bunch of times, I'm always like, oh shit, I'm at Popeyes or whatever. You know.
Next, McDonald's with $2.64. 3 minutes in the drive-through. I did get a receipt, but no one said a single word to me.
Really?
No
Wow.
greeting, no nothing. Just hand me the food, hand my credit card, give it back. Got the food, just hand me the bag. Not a word.
Okay.
And then the
All
cheapest
business.
Thanks to the Loves.
was Burger King was the cheapest at $2.43. 8 minutes in the drive-through,
What?
and because they fucked up my order and had to redo it. They just
They
gave me
fucked up a
mustard
single-
and onion when I.
Were they nice about it?
No, they
No.
just. She looked at me in shock when she was like, "Burger with mustard and onions." Handed out the window. I was like, "No, no, no, no. This is what I had." And she just looked at me, turned back around, not a word until she came back out. Thank you. Okay.
She had to go scrape it.
And there were like 4 people just like standing there
Watching.
They were backed up.
Yeah.
You can see everyone was parked, but they were like, like 4 people just standing there just watching one person.
Be
So-
like, it's not my fault. I ordered a single cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Y'all got
Yeah.
that. Y'all got that wrong.
She probably did that because she's like, fuck. That order was so weird that this guy was definitely from corporate. God
fucked it
damn
up.
it. The one order I have to fuck up is this.
if you guys can't make a single cheeseburger
Right.
just with ketchup, mustard, and pickles,
Right.
what the fuck can you do?
Right, exactly. Yeah. In her mind, it's like a fucking like Credence is playing in her mind and like helicopters and shit from the last time she got reamed out by her GM.
So I hope you guys enjoyed.
I did.
Burger,
Thank you.
Blind
I liked
Burger
it.
Challenge.
Yeah,
It was
fun.
great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was a fun podcast.
I'm
See you guys next week.
Yeah.
Or,
So I'm going to eat the other 4th of these burgers now. What have you guys been up to?
Watched some movies this past weekend. We watched Nosferatu.
The new one?
The new one, which is a good movie.
is it sexy? I heard it's like sexy.
It's got some sexy.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It's weird.
It's a dash of sexy.
Weirdly sexy, I think, is what I would want out of that.
Yeah.
So, it was directed by the same guy that directed The Lighthouse.
Okay.
And you can tell
Has
he's got
great
a
gifts.
style. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was
That guy likes Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
It was well acted. The story was easy to follow. I liked it a lot.
Cool.
You draw these when you watch Nosferatu. You draw these parallels between it and Dracula, right?
Right, sure.
And so I did some looking, and I didn't know this. I always thought that Nosferatu came before Dracula.
No.
It turns out Dracula came first.
Yeah.
Then they made the movie Nosferatu.
And that movie's so damn old
And
that it's
and Bram Stoker's widow sued them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And,
I saw a big TikTok about this.
and won.
It's cool.
She
And
won? They won?
They
She
won.
won?
She won a copyright infringement lawsuit against them, and they were ordered to destroy all copies of that movie. And
Shaq
some
Fu
of them,
style.
some of them survived, obviously.
Right.
And it wasn't until Dracula got into the public domain in 2016 that it was okay to. I think it's 2016 or maybe 20. No, it was like 2022 or something. But that's why they were able to make this Nosferatu, because Dracula was in the public domain and it's different enough.
Damn.
To
I would have thought
be able to-
the original movie was different enough. That's weird to me that they were like,
there was enough of the story similarities to where they believe that they said that they tried to make it different, but at the time it was like 1916.
it's also, like 1920s court.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it was a little bit different because now I feel like I go to the movie and I'm like, I've seen this before 5 times.
Yeah. Right. Well, they were able to do it. So anyway, that was my little interesting piece of Nosferatu.
That is
trivia.
interesting.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a good watch. It was gross, and the guy that plays Nosferatu is the guy that plays Pennywise.
Oh, okay.
What's his fucking name? I don't know. I'm not going to look it up, but it's really good. I liked it. 3.5 stars. Was insane. Says check it out. Watched another
Skarsgård.
Skarsgård.
I almost said that, but I'm so bad at that I
But there
was
are 3
like,
of them.
it's just going to be
Wait.
wrong.
There's 3 Skarsgårds.
Wait, he's the one who played who?
Pennywise, the clown.
And yet,
Oh, he's like the younger one, right?
Yeah, because the older brother's
Bill.
Eric Northman in,
Is it Bill
Yeah.
True Blood.
Skarsgård?
I think so.
Bill is the older
And then
one.
their dad is the
No.
scientist in the Thor movies.
Yes.
He's in Dune too. He's the fucking bad
Oh.
guy in Dune. God damn it! What's his name? It's like Peter Skarsgård.
Peter.
maybe? Peter
Yeah.
Skarsgård. He's the dad, right?
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
I mean to
he is.
go on that like Skarsgård.
Well, there's another Skarsgård who I think is unrelated.
Shit.
So remember
You're thinking of Sarsgaard.
Sarsgaard,
It's
because that's the SNL.
the dude with the really annoying
Peter
voice.
Sarsgaard,
Peter-
Sarsgaard.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
mask.
We also watched a movie called The Man in the White Van, and it's basically based on a true events that happened in 1974. Basically about a stranger danger, about a guy who is a serial killer who is stalking a young woman outside of her school and outside of her house, and he's sitting in a white van to abduct her. And it was a very good movie. I enjoyed it a great deal, and I give it 4 stars. Wisdom Sage says, check it out.
4.
It's genre preference for me. I don't particularly care for the Nosferatu stuff, old Dracula stuff. You know, I liked the Bram Stoker's Dracula when we did the game and the movie for the show. I very much enjoyed it, but those don't really do a lot for me. But like the serial killer type horror suspense movies are my genre. So that's why my star rating tends to be skewed, but I did like that movie a lot. 4 stars. Sean Astin is in it, as well as Ollie Larder. If you remember Ollie Larder from Final Destination,
From Varsity Blues.
Varsity Blues, Final Destination, and
don't want
most
your
recently
life.
Landman.
Wow.
She's in Landman with Billy Bob
I do
Thornton.
want to watch that.
It's a great show. Highly recommend that show. I've watched it as well. The first season, easily 4 stars.
Okay.
Says check that out.
I've heard nothing
for
bad about
sure.
it. So
We watched and I'm not going to get into a big long discussion about it because I've been talking about it all day. But we watched the AFC and the NFC championship
Yeah.
games for the NFL. The fucking Eagles won against the Washington Commanders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Wow, surprise everybody. They beat the Bills. And just because that's what's supposed to happen according to
Bullshit.
Yeah. But that means that
the Taylor bump, man. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
The two teams that are going to the Super Bowl are the Eagles and the Chiefs on February 9th. I'm looking forward to that.
They're going to play Hotel California? Or?
Go Philly. We just heard Hotel California at the
Mexican
restaurant.
place.
It was a Mexican version, a Spanish version.
I feel like that's in a movie. I'm trying to... Isn't that in
But
the
it's
movie?
sung in English.
Oh.
But it's like you can tell it's done in like Mexican style.
Like a mariachi
Yeah,
kind of
it's
cover.
very
of-
mariachi with a little electric guitar mixed in there.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
pretty cool, actually.
right.
Carlos Santana version.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Could have been. Played some Overwatch like I do. Mid-season has come and gone. We've got 3 more weeks till the next season kicks in, and nobody knows what's coming. They haven't said anything yet. But there's a lot of, we feel like there's going to be, we do know that there's going to be some competitive changes. There's going to be a rank reset.
Really?
There's some big, apparently, changes in competitive, which I'm hoping are favorable changes so John and I can actually accomplish something if we
that'd
play
be
comp
nice.
together.
That'd be cool.
And a few other little things. Looks like an interesting season. They've got competition in Marvel Rivals. And I think it's forcing them to step up a little bit. So there's been some pretty good changes, some pretty positive things happening already. They're responding to that. So not quite too little too late, but almost. It was real close.
I've seen a lot of shit talking about the Min 1 Max 3.
Yeah, so the mode that they just
I don't love it. So
they had the 6v. And they had the 6v6 for a while. It was 2 support, 2 tank, and 2 damage, and then it was really popular. It's all anyone was playing, and then they put it. They were going to take it away, and instead they put it in the arcade for a couple of weeks or about another week. And they introduced their other 6v6, which is the Max 3 Min 1, meaning you could have a maximum of 3 of any class, but each class has to have at least 1. So you have to have at least 1 healer, 1 damage, and then you could have 3 tanks.
Okay.
Or whatever, however that shook out.
Gotcha.
That mode sucks. I played it a lot because I was talking to Kaiser Arc. We were playing together Saturday night, and we were kind of trash talking that mode, that 6v6 mode, and I asked, this is just this sort of the pulse of the game is, I asked him, I'm like, we were talking about, and we said this 6v6 sucks, but we still, and I said we're still playing it. So does that mean you'd rather play bad 6v6 than normal 5v5? And he said, yes, that's exactly right. I said, girl, same. So they're going to take that out before too long. And I think there's one more of those 6v6 experimentals that they're going to do. But I'd be shocked if they don't settle on a 6v6 standard
2x2x2, man. That's
going
the way.
forward, because it's been busy. It's been good games have been had. Lots of people playing it. It's what's doing the trick. So that's pretty much that. And I played a little Marvel Rivals yesterday. Had a couple of pretty good games in there. Playing as Sue Storm. I bought a skin in
You did?
Marvel Rivals. I bought 1 skin.
That Psylocke skin?
No,
I thought about it, and I was like, also told myself I would never buy a skin in that game. But
Look up-
and I don't play Psylocke, but it's her costume from the comics in the '90s, and it's like full on cheeks.
Look up Sue Storm Malice.
Okay.
And you'll in Marvel Rivals, and you'll see the costume I bought, because holy moly,
I've never been like a big invisible woman kind of guy, but this might change my mind. I'm feeling.
It might. It is a 3rd-person game, and you get a hell of a view from
When
back
she's
there.
invisible, just your imagination takes over. It's so good.
Nah, I want them.
She could look like anything.
I want them ninja cheeks. Is what I don't. I don't. My imagination is like, man. I've been.
You don't like Mormon bubbles
Yeah,
where they just bubble out normal-looking girls so they look like they might be naked?
I don't know what that
bubbles?
is. It's like a photo filter or something.
Yeah, it's like where they just take out just enough pictures of the skin so
Oh.
that they look like maybe they're naked, but it's just a picture of them in regular clothes. It's just you can see their neck or their thigh or whatever.
Look, man, I like a good neck. I like a sweet little neck. I like some thighs. I could work with this. Yeah, but if it's just nothing, then I feel like we're in a situation where it's just not. It could be anything. It could be not a woman. It could be like a Doberman pinscher. You know what I mean? It's like,
Trick me once.
yeah, God gives you one, right? You can fuck one Doberman, but on accident, not on purpose. On accident. I feel like the first question is, how many burritos have you had? All right, okay, all right. Well, you'd fuck that dog, remember?
But I get one.
It was an accident.
You get one per 1,000 burritos.
I can't find the skin. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a nice skin. I like that.
The back is
Okay.
even better than the front.
I would not have ever thought that was Sue Storm.
No, me
Yeah,
neither.
it's weird. I don't know that storyline that comes from. It's,
I haven't read a lot.
tied to one of their comic storylines. But anyway, so yeah, I've been enjoying Marvel Rivals and stuff, and not much else really to report. Dave, what are you up to, brother?
Man, they did a that Marvel Rivals game. They did a thing with I guess what Overwatch does with
Oh
arcade
yeah,
mode.
the arcade mode, and they've also done a new spring event that has a dead-on clone of Lucio Ball.
Really?
From Overwatch.
I don't know. I did one of those. It was like the Jeff Landshark, and
I didn't.
and it was like a Splatoon thing, and it honestly, I haven't played the game since. I didn't get mad or anything, but it was just kind of like, this is kind of bullshit. I don't like this. And then I was like, I just closed it and then started playing something else. And then I never got the urge again to be like, play Marvel Rivals. It seems like a weird thing. I get it, because it's like, if that's your game, or if Overwatch is your game, and that's what you're focusing on, it's probably nice to have something different. But when I'm just playing, like, I don't know, 30 minutes here or there, and then it just kind of feels like, well, I'm not going to fuck with that. And then I start thinking about, well, everyone's playing this stupid Jeff the Shark game. I want him in the real game.
The regular game. Here's the thing, though.
Everybody's playing Tetramaster. No one's playing Final Fantasy VIII.
Right?
Here's the thing
Yes.
about that. Overwatch, since the beginning, has been doing a summer and a winter event. They do summer games and they do winter wonderland.
Like the Olympics.
Yeah, it's like that, and it celebrates the summer games and the Olympics and stuff. But every year, for 8 years, it's been the same games. It's been Lucio Ball, which is basically Rocket League.
And it's super popular,
and
though.
it sucks. I hate
Motherfuckers
playing it.
love that shit.
And then they do,
they love it.
but they have not changed it at all. And so, like, I don't even want to fuck with it when
Right.
it comes around because there's no variety. Well, now that Marvel Rivals is doing something similar with Chinese New Year, they're doing this Lucio Ball-esque game. And it's like
What are you
Nosferatu.
saying?
It's a little bit different. Oh, so it's called Lucio Ball.
I keep thinking you're saying Lucille Ball. That's a great mode.
It does sound a little like
But you play as
Lucille
Ethel.
Ball.
And
Ethel comes out first. They're releasing
Right,
Lucy,
right.
Lucy and little Ricky in the second wave.
You can see where that might have sounded like Lucille Ball. It's Lucio Ball.
Okay.
And it's Rocket League. It's all it is. It's Rocket League. It's a copy of Rocket League. And
Rocket League's okay.
Yeah,
it's not my
fine,
thing.
but I don't like it.
I like Rocket League. I am just fucking terrible at it.
Yeah, I'm
I
terrible at
love
it, and I
if
don't want to get better
didn't
at it.
Suck at it.
It's one of those where it's like, I don't feel motivated.
Oh, no.
I watch people play, and I'm like, I don't want to learn to do that.
Yeah, I look at the amount of fucking investment that it would take me to
Yeah.
get good at it, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
no, I don't have time for all that. That's
I'm weird about it too, because I'm like, you know what, man? I'm too old to get good at some fake ass game. I mean, a real game.
Yeah.
This is me shitting on Rocket League right, now.
Damn,
But
that was
look, man, if I was young, yeah, I get good at a fake ass game, sure.
Yeah. But to your point, Dave, it's the same thing. Everybody's flocking into these little event games in Marvel Rivals like Overwatch hasn't. You're gonna get. I'm just saying. I don't have a problem with them doing it, but
No,
you're
sure.
gonna get fucking tired of it.
Yeah.
Because next year, guess what? They're gonna do the same games. Not gonna have any variety whatsoever. It'll happen.
I believe it. I believe it. And I won't play him. I went in with I went into Marvel Rivals with the attitude of, I am not gonna get fucking FOMO'd in this game. And it was like, and that was like a true to God fucking commitment that I made. I am not going to get FOMO'd in this game. And I think that's why I don't play it anymore.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I did not give a shit about skins. I didn't give a shit about like anything other than just, I'm going to play and have fun. That's a weird sentence.
The Malice skin I bought, the Sue Storm skin that I bought is the only purchase I'm going to make.
Hey, dude.
But and I know it doesn't matter, but really I don't have a desire to buy skins in Marvel Rivals, but that one I did, and I might let Twitch play out and get a drop.
Yeah.
A free skin just from watching a drop in the background.
This is no judgment.
No, I know.
I mean, the reason that I went into this with that commitment is because I get FOMO'd in every fucking game I play.
I know, I do too.
So it's like, it's a problem. And I'm like, I'm not gonna do it.
One of the things that Marvel Rivals I think does right, as far as I can tell, when they make a skin available, it stays in the shop. So you don't have to. That's where the FOMO comes in Overwatch, is that it's only a week before they get rid of it, and you gotta get it, or else you might not get a chance to get it again. Like the Mercy skin, the other one.
I also told myself I'm not grinding for currency. I mean, it was like, this was straight up like I went into this with like, I'm not getting addicted to this game.
Right.
I'm not going to. I don't want to 2 years from now be playing this and be like, fuck, I hate this game. But I'm so invested in it, and I do want to get all of the stuff. You know what I mean?
Like I do with Overwatch. Yeah.
Well,
but
everyone.
But I do like Overwatch still. I don't just stay in it because I've got a financial stake in that fucking company.
That was a long way of me like talking about something I did not do. I did not play Marvel Rivals.
Right.
I did check out Game Exchange that you guys.
What'd you think?
It was really cool. It was a small store, but they had a lot of stuff. And I brought Henry.
They use every fucking inch of real estate in that store.
They do.
There's an empty store at the mall that they need to get and set up in, because
that huge ass where the McDonald's used to be in the mall, that huge ass space. It's always just
either that
or the food court,
or the one of the corner shops by the entrance that's got the big glass window. Anyway,
where the Mexican restaurant was, Hugo's.
No, on the other side.
Oh,
Audio Rex Video was back in the day.
Wow.
I remember that being always. I don't know why it stuck out in my mind so clearly.
That's crazy.
It's a good name.
It's a good pull.
Audio Rex.
Yeah.
Well, it was in the sign. It was like Audio Rex video. It was Rex's audio video. But
it's a badly designed
kind of
logo.
like Motor Harley Davidson cycles.
Right. Love Motor Harley Davidson cycles.
Right?
Don't Dead open inside.
Yes.
That's a subreddit, right?
It is a subreddit.
Yeah. I don't visit that subreddit, but I do get sent a lot from that because people know I'm a designer, and it's like, I gotta tell you, my passion might be completely dead because I just get them and I'm like, yeah, that's what people do. They do it all the fucking time.
Yep.
I don't know. You can keep sending them to me, I guess, but like,
Clients, man.
You're not gonna get a reaction because it's like, yeah, man, I live in the world. I see this shit all the time.
I'm not going to take a picture of them. I'm not going to post it on Reddit.
No.
I'm not going to share it with you, but feel free to keep sending them my way.
But yeah, a Game Exchange was cool. I made a deal with Henry because, man, he wanted Heelys. You know, the shoes with wheels in them.
With the wheels in
He was talking to Nikki about that, and she said it was okay. And then she was working on Saturday, so he's like, "Dad, can you take me to get the Heelys?" And I was like, "Dude, I didn't even know those existed anymore." He assured me that they did, and we went, and they didn't have them in a size, and he was real cool about it. But I could tell he was upset. I was like, "I'll tell you what, man. Do they have to be that pair?" Like, because they were like Minecraft ones, and he likes Minecraft. And he was like, "No, I just want Heelys." I'm like, "All right, man, we're going to do our best today to find you a pair here in town. If we cannot do that, we will order you some. You will get some. So just hang tight." And he was really cool about it. We went to the mall, found him a pair at Journeys.
Nice.
We walked into Journeys is a shoe store.
Journeys carries Heelys?
Dude,
I buy shoes there all the time.
They had, I don't know if they do in men's. Well, I went to one like shoe department. I popped in there. I was like, hey, y'all got Heelys? And we were like, yeah. I was like, cool. For kids? Like, no, for men's. I was like, huh. I didn't know you made them for men's. Okay, bye.
You and Henry could have Heeled out the mall.
Man, look.
They look
I
fun,
saw
don't
that
they?
face.
Look.
I want some too.
So-
I've wanted them for years. And I
so-
just have not pulled the trigger.
I watch my son wheel around on these shoes, and I'm like, you know what hurts real bad when I work at a meeting and I'm walking around for 3 days straight? My feet do. Huh. It'd be cool if I could just like roll around. So yeah,
Or
if
we
they-
get you some moon shoes and you just bounce around.
I feel like they're
Your
my,
9-year-old equivalent.
my calves and my ass. I get home and my calves will be jacked, or I guess it'd be my thighs.
Popeye calves.
Yeah. So yeah, we got them, and then I was like, all right, now we're gonna go shopping for me. And it turned out we were gonna go to Game Exchange. It you know, there's plenty of stuff there for him. He found plenty of shit he wanted to buy. Like a Thrustmaster steering wheel, like a racing wheel and pedals.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Thrustmaster still makes
I
some
know.
insane joysticks.
I know, right?
There's sorry, I don't mean to
No.
hijack it. There's a guy at work who plays a lot of flight sims and stuff, and he's got an insane computer. And he was like, yeah, I'm getting this joystick. And he sends me a link to it. It's like a fucking $800 joystick. It's insanity. But yeah, it was a Thrustmaster. I was just like, man, I can't believe they're still around. Like they've been around.
They've been around for a long time. It sounds like a sex toy.
Probably is somewhere.
That
I was
might
thinking
be.
Thigh Master when you first said it. And I
Right.
was like, that's weird.
Yeah. Man, if they don't like get in on the AI sex robot shit like early, they're fucking up because like they got the perfect fucking name for it.
They have the domain and everything.
Right. The Thrustmaster.xxx.
Remember that girl in Flavor of Love that had Heelys?
No,
That was
I didn't
her
really
whole
watch
thing?
it though.
Oh man,
Was her
Me
name
and Andy-
Healy?
me and
I
Andy
feel like he
watched
did
some
name
of
her
that
something
show.
after the heels, and she would just do that around the house while chewing gum and popping bubbles like all day long, and that's
Yeah.
why everybody was like, "Get her the fuck out! We're done with
She was
the
like-
hearing the rolling and pop, pop, pop."
She was like the little Chinese guy in Boogie Nights that was lighting the firecrackers and throwing them down on the floor. So, what did you find?
I was surprised that they had used manga there. And then they had some manga that was like in Japanese, and that is like super rare in town. That's usually shit that I have to order online and pay to ship and all that. This was like $12, and it's like get a little practice reading. It was like
Yeah.
a pretty like a slice of life kind of thing where it's like, okay, I have some Dragon Ball in like Japanese language, and it's like, yeah, I don't know any of these fucking words. They don't say car once in this, but like in this one, it's like, oh, they say car a few times.
Very American katatsu. You're what?
Yeah,
Did you see the Gasha machines?
I did.
the
Yeah.
real one. They were real.
I know.
like
I know.
authentic.
Yeah,
Like wow, and they had a bunch of enamel pins in there.
they
which
did.
is so
They
my
had some
thing. I
cool
love
ones
my
too.
enamel
They had some
pins.
cool shirts in there. They needed more shirts.
They
but
need more shirts.
but yeah.
They'd get some more business from me if they had shirts. But Pops is what I'm there for.
I got a little sad because like they have racks of like Blu-rays and DVDs, and I did not give a fuck about them at all. And that used to be my fucking jam, dude.
too.
I could have spent like 2 hours there looking at. Oh, they have how many seasons of Arrested Development do they have? Oh, okay. Well, they're missing the 3rd season, but this was just like, fuck, man. That's on my fucking streaming service of choice. I pay a lot of money for that shit. I don't want any of this. I don't want any of this DVD shit.
And the games too.
I know. I felt the
physical-
same. I didn't look at them at all.
Not once.
I went to the NES. I looked at the NES games, and I'm like, that's cool. I have a flash cart though, so I mean, I guess I'm
So
just gonna.
I got severely disappointed when I went and looked at the NES games. Not because they don't have very many, which they really don't.
They don't. They don't have a lot.
But the ones that they had, so there's a stack of Super Mario and Duck Hunt, like you would expect
Right,
at
sure.
any reputable game store,
Yeah,
right?
or
Used game
any store that sells Nintendo games.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's a stack of them about 5 or 6 deep, right? And they're $5, $5 a pop. I'm pretty sure. There were like 3 other NES games that they had there that were less than that. They were like $4 a pop, and I owned all 3 of those games. And that's when I realized that I had a lot of really shitty NES games when I was a kid.
Yeah, we all did.
It's like
yeah.
Top Gun. Top Gun was in there. Karate Champ was in there.
Let me ask you this question. I know my personal number. How many NES games do you remember getting in a box?
What do you mean
In a box, like in a box
New
that
in
had
box.
that had the title of the game on it and a manual inside. I know my number. It's 0. It is 0.
Really?
Yeah. Every NES game I ever got as a kid was like a loose cart with fucking like
Really?
marker and shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
We see when I was a kid though, Nintendo was new, and so I only got I had 2 or 3 games. All of them were brand new.
Yeah. I had a few new SNES games,
Yeah.
but no new NES
I also
games.
never got a. We bought one, and then a month later the SNES came out, so we took it back and got that, and I just only played the Mario Duck Hunt that was in it.
Right,
so,
sure.
Yeah.
I think I had probably 3. I remember.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
3
good,
that
man.
came. One of them was Legend of Zelda too. The gold cart. Legend
Yeah,
of
dude.
Zelda.
Hell yeah.
That was, dude. I still remember that.
I
And
had
I
the-
was young. And
It came with a map, and I marked up.
Yep.
I marked that map up where I had been.
My
what
map
was
is in there on my wall.
How to get to the
Nice.
dungeon.
But yeah, man, that was like I got the NES and that game for Christmas, and that was like the
That's a good fucking
fucking
Christmas,
best
man.
Christmas.
Yeah, that's a good combo.
man.
Same.
I was over the fucking moon.
Me too.
My dad hooked that shit up on the living room TV. And it was like,
Whoa, that's a big deal, man.
I mean, yeah, it was
For a
well.
couple of days, maybe.
It
or
was
one
the
day.
only TV.
I know. That's why it was such a big deal. I remember being
Yeah.
a kid and being like, yeah, I don't know. I had an NES like that my cousin let me borrow because my parents wouldn't buy one for me.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
it's
it
one of
took
those
some
situations where my
convincing,
parents
dude.
are like, oh, weird. I don't know where you're going to hook it up because, I mean, this is our TV.
Yeah, yeah,
Shit.
yeah.
I didn't get a
have-
second TV till my grandmother died, and I inherited hers. That's when I had a game system in my room.
Yep.
Yeah, it took some convincing for my parents to even buy me an NES. Like they were convinced, like, video games are a fad kind of thing, and for some reason, just inherently thought they were bad for you,
Yep.
Well, they all
And-
did at that time.
And my aunt and uncle
While smoking their cigarettes.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
In the car with the windows
my dad's
rolled up.
smoking a pipe and drinking a beer
Yeah,
over in the corner. I don't know about these video games, but it's funny. Like my aunt and uncle got my cousin one. And then after that, it was like, okay, well, that kind of like broke the seal. And now my parents were like, well, I guess it's probably okay, And they got me, I was begging for it. And this was still like 3 years after the end. This would have been like 88 when it came out in like 85. So it was still pretty, it had been around for a minute.
Yeah, but
and
still-
had time for the price to drop just a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good time to get one
Yeah.
because I feel like, I don't know. And that system had such a long life too.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
The only other thing I really did of note was, and this had nothing to do with Riddick Bowe boxing, but I've been playing Thrill of the Fight, which is the VR boxing.
Fucking hard, man.
That game, I was at work today and I was like, I feel like, because I haven't been to the gym since I had my appendectomy. It's been a long time since I've been to the gym. But I was at work today and it was like, fuck.
Dude,
I hurt.
I did not realize how fucking bad my cardio had gotten until I played that fucking game. Jesus Christ, man. I was so whooped after like 2 matches. I thought I was going to die.
What I gotta do is
so
what I've been
bad.
doing is I start with the sparring partner, which is essentially a big fat old man in sparring gear. I start with him. That only goes for 1 round, and then I do a 3 rounds against the next guy
Yeah.
up, and I'm like, all right, I'm tired. Back to punching the fat guy. Then I go,
So I've only played it on Friends. I don't actually. I think Charlie might actually have that game, but I've never played it on his. I played it on a friend of mine's, and so there was no like sparring or anything. He just put me like right into a match, and I was just like, "Whoa!"
At least it's crazy intuitive. I mean,
oh
it's,
yeah,
it's just boxing.
definitely is.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just
you just punch.
duck, cover, throw fucking punches, and move. You know, like. Yeah, it was a cool game, but man, it wore me out bad.
Yeah. Yep, it'll do that.
What was definitely sore the next day. Like you don't realize like how just holding your hands
No
up,
shit.
like just holding your arms up.
Dude, my
will
fucking
just
like
wreck you.
ass hurt, and I told Nikki about it. She's like,
it's for
"Yeah,
ducking-
she's like, you're squatting for 30 minutes."
I told you to relax.
Yeah, it's like, don't worry, baby, I can get a finger in.
Well, what I didn't realize is like when you do that intuitive
Still
motion
haven't found the button.
to get out of the way of a punch, like when you dip your shoulders back and everything, you're clenching your ass.
Yeah.
When you do that,
Yeah.
it's like I never really thought about it until I did that motion like 100 fucking times. I was like, yeah, it hurts your ass.
Well, that first guy, it's like I gotta like work his body to open up his face. So I'm like constantly, I feel like fucking like Wolverine or something. 'Cause I'm like squat down, just like so wiping. And then he finally uncovers his face, and I jump up and punch him in the face. And he's like, "Okay, Gus, back to the body." Yeah, it's a fun game. I like it, but man, it wears me the fuck out, dude. My watch is like, you're having a heart attack. We're pretty sure you're having a heart attack.
Man,
Are you
yeah.
okay?
I feel that.
That's it. What you been up to, John? Oh, also, sorry, I lied.
Go ahead.
There were 2 George Foreman Super Nintendo games. I checked
Right.
that.
Oh,
so
okay.
you're right.
We did both of them, didn't we?
I didn't look that up.
I feel like we did.
We probably did them together.
'Cause I feel like they were like exactly the same.
We probably
game.
did them
Yeah.
together. I think you're right.
I haven't done a lot, which is not. Sorry, is that better?
You're right. I'm just
There
gonna
you
point
go.
that. I'm just gonna point that at your mouth.
Go ahead. Yeah. I think it needs some tension. How do you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's the one right.
There's a knob right here. Yeah.
That one right there.
This one?
Yeah.
It's super tight.
There's something wrong with your mic
There's-
stand. It's got a
it's
bad
this.
motivator. Yeah, it's probably fucking oil can.
Sad squeak.
I hope they're picking it up. All right.
Okay.
Well,
Hey, there we go.
all right.
That's
Just don't breathe or touch it.
Oh, this one.
Tighten it.
But this is where it's swiveling right here.
Oh, yeah. I need to fix that.
That's good for now.
I mean, not now. I'm gonna fix it.
No, stop the show and fix it.
All right.
I'm the guest.
All right.
No, I haven't watched really much of anything other than old shit that I've seen. The only thing I did
Hell
watch,
yeah.
I
man. I love doing
I
that
got some
shit.
comfort shows,
Oh, I love
baby.
doing that shit. Oh, baby. I'm going to run Eureka in Final Fantasy 14. I'm going to put Bob Newhart on this fucking TV. I'm going to get a little sideways, and 4 hours later, I'm like, well, I guess it's time to call it a night.
Yeah, we are the same person. No,
Oh, Nikki's asleep. Never mind. Back to the office.
So the only thing that me and Andy watched, Heretic.
Yeah.
I figured this would be like right in your fucking wheelhouse. I meant to say something to you about this at work.
You listen to the show?
Yeah, I listened to the show.
Cool.
Did you wait? Was it last week? Because I haven't listened.
No? A few weeks ago.
Oh, maybe I just forgot you talking about it. Yeah.
Well, go ahead. Talk about it, though. I mean,
Well, now I don't want to do it if
how
everybody's
did you
heard it already.
How did you feel?
Man, it kind of freaks Andy out a little bit.
It's a freaky fucking movie.
It is a freaky fucking movie.
What is that one about?
He'll
So it's Hugh Grant plays
Right. Yes. Now I remember.
super creepy guy, and
Right,
it's
right.
man, like the two females that play the Mormon. What are they called? Isn't there
The Church
like a
of
term?
Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Right, but there's a word for that. I guess.
Mormons.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, there's not like a word for the ones that just go out and do that. I guess they all just
missionaries?
go out and do that, right?
Yeah, it's kind of
Is it
all, they kinda all
missionary?
do that.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't remember
know.
the exact term.
The ones that are like door-to-door salesmen for Jesus.
Yeah.
You know, them.
Missionaries, right?
Jehovah's Witnesses? No, I don't know. Anyway,
I'll call them ladies in long denim
Yeah,
skirts
they're
with copies
Jehovah's-
of the Watchtower.
those
They're Jehovah's
two,
Witnesses,
the
yeah.
two that played them were exceptional. Hugh Grant was exceptional.
One of them is one of the girls from Yellow Jackets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there were definitely some shit in there that caught me off guard. The ending, I loved how they did the ending
Me too.
because
You're
it,
like,
it leaves you. It's very open to interpretation,
It really
and I
is.
thought that was fantastically well done.
agreed.
Overall, really liked the
Yeah,
movie.
fucking great. movie.
Did you give it 4 stars?
I believe I did.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I would second that.
It was either 3.5 or 4, but it would
Yeah.
be. It would be.
It was
4.
solid, man. Those A24 movies, like, they're doing some good work out there. They're rehashing some like '90s Miramax shit.
Is it based on the video
They're
game?
doing some kind of
No.
Did I make that joke? Is this the second
I
time I
don't
made that
know.
joke?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I don't listen
I
to this
did
show.
love me some Heretic.
Me
though.
neither. Girl saved.
I did play some Heretic on the school LAN back in the day.
Hell yes.
Heretic shareware on the IBM
Hell
LAN.
yes. I remember an age where shareware was good enough. It was just like,
Oh, yeah, it
hey,
was.
this will fucking last me.
I'm gonna play the first 3 levels of this shit over and over again.
I'm an expert at Leisure Suit
Put
Larry.
Bob Newhart on. There we go.
Oh man, Leisure Suit Larry.
The first 3 levels.
Yeah.
It came with the magazine. I
The Lounge
subscribed
Lizards.
to on a CD.
I remember being so disappointed playing Leisure Suit Larry 2. I thought I was in middle school and I thought it was going to be so much more graphic than it is. It wasn't appropriate for me to be playing, but I was playing it. But still,
Well,
it was
it
like,
was-
oh, he doesn't like come on her or anything. I
It
don't.
was really just like a lot of innuendo.
Yeah.
You know, like there really wasn't a lot of actual, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
It's fun to make him pee his pants though. I do that a whole bunch.
But yeah, so watched Heretic, really liked it. That's about it. Haven't really done much else.
Word.
Just the same run-of-the-mill, day-to-day shit.
Word.
I'm used to looking at you and
Yeah.
saying,
Okay.
Tyler?
Melissa and I watched the riff tracks for Breaker Breaker,
I haven't seen that.
which is a Chuck Norris movie.
Yeah,
Nice.
I've
That's-
seen it.
Fucking ridiculous.
I've never even heard of that.
See a truck driver?
Truck
Yep.
driving
Yeah,
movie.
okay.
Truck driver trying to save his brother from
Truck Norris.
it's hard.
He's like a fucking robot. He's a transformer named
Sorry.
Truck Norris.
Oh boy.
Man.
Oh boy. You got me. My
Sorry.
mouth was open.
Yeah. That's what I wait for.
Because like the opening scene is like all these like con men get California lets them create their own town. It's like Tex Town or some shit like that, and it's built like a fucking old west.
Ted
city.
Turner's the mayor.
It's fucking ridiculous.
This
And-
is already amazing. This is-
Yeah.
And like Chuck Norris has his little brother take his first truckload on the road of TV dinners, and he gets like hijacked, and they trump up a whole bunch of
Yeah, because
charges and beat the
motherfuckers
shit out of him.
always be trying to hijack your
Yeah.
TV dinner.
What's that, a hungry man?
Yeah, so Chuck Norris is on almost a truck Norris. Chuck Norris is on a mission to go find his brother, and he tracks him down to the city, and he's having to karate punch all the guys.
And it's Vin Diesel
Is
and
he
his
wearing-
crew that had stolen the TV dinner.
It was Hector with his
Hijacked.
3 souped up Civics.
Yeah.
Well, I'm convinced that like
It's all about family, John.
Chuck
Jeez.
Norris only knows like affection in a sexual context. So if some director were to give him a note like, you're reunited with your brother, be affectionate, he instead gives him the weirdest sexual brother hug I've ever seen up against a wall. Like Melissa and I were
against
like,
the wall.
this is fucking weird. It's like, I don't think he knew how to be affectionate other than like seducing. So he's like, rubbing.
I'm going to
It's really
fuck you in
weird.
the ass so hard, not even mom can stop me. Here's your ringtone.
What-
Oh, wait. Hold on. I just sent them my work voicemail.
and like the
Hi, you've reached David.
because they finally get the jump on Chuck Norris and they're about to kill him, and that's when over the CB radio, blah blah's in trouble, and all these truckers just drive into the town through buildings,
Nice.
just destroy everything and then drive off.
Nice.
So yeah, 4 stars, high recommend.
That sounds great.
Other than that, been standard shit. Today's Jack's birthday.
Happy birthday, Jack.
Happy birthday, Jack. You
We'll have
won't
a-
hear this. But
We'll do Chuck E.
happy
Cheese
birthday
later.
Anyway.
Yeah. Thursday we'll do Chuck E. Cheese. But yeah, you guys want to talk about Riddick Bowe's boxing for a minute?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Do we have a letter?
Yep. There's this guy we know. Yes, thank you for helping me open the mailbag.
You're welcome. I just got it from the Pony Express guy.
There's this guy we know, and his name is Brad, and he's
Zine
from
Lord.
Arizona, and he wrote us an email.
Zine Lord.
Scene Lord.
Zine Lord!
Thank you for adding the
from
reverb.
Arizona. His email starts, "Hey, you guys. You don't need to feel bad for not remembering me calling because it was under an alias. And obviously, according to one guy, my call sucked anyway."
I listened to it. I didn't think it was.
I do remember
I didn't
your
think it was
alias
bad.
though very
Yes.
well. You were an early 5-star reviewer.
Yes.
Yep.
This review by Slow-Mo from the October 1993 Game Pro is unusually long. I wrote high school book reports that were shorter than this review.
I mean,
Sometimes Game Pro would experiment with subsections for stuff like sports games or RPGs, and this comes from the sports section. Boxing Legends of the Ring is reviewed on the page before this, so if you want to continue dishing out pugilistic punishment next week, that is an option. I'm not going to do your job.
Nice
for you.
alliteration.
Find another.
Nice
Find another
alliteration.
another article. We're not doing another boxing game next week, are we?
Hopefully not.
Like
we'll see.
Like last week, text first, then full page layouts. If you want to see the pictures.
Which magazine was this from? Is this Game Pro?
EGM.
EGM.
No, Game Pro.
Oh,
Sorry.
Bless you.
Riddick Bowe
Bless you.
There's always 2.
Bruises to Victory is the title of this article. Riddick, Big Daddy Bowe, is currently the undisputed WBC heavyweight champ. This is not currently. It's from 1993. This was written in 1993, if you didn't catch that. He's fierce and focused, and so's his SNES boxing game. Bodacious Boxing.
He took my achievement.
Probably one of mine, too. I got a bunch of them.
I do too.
Riddick Bowe Boxing is a well-crafted, good-looking cart that brings to life the long, hard road that leads to the championship. You fight via a sharp waist-up side view using a nifty miniature full-ring display. This screen design enables you to mix it up as well as maneuver for typical fighter strategies such as cutting off the ring and trapping in the corners. That's all I did was trap them in the corners. Easy to read damage windows and energy meters monitor the damage being inflicted. However, unlike other games, damage windows don't visually reflect injuries. Bowe sports impressive fighting skills. The offensive repertoire of 10 punches includes jabs, hooks, and uppercuts with either hand. The deft defensive moves are 2 hand blocks, high and low, circling, ducking, and computer blocks. Computer blocks are automatically thrown by the CPU, but during a fight, you can pick which hand you want to emphasize to counter an opponent's style. Riddick, the game, looks pretty and sounds good. I'm glad they specified the game, not the boxer, the game.
Was he offended, do you think, when he read that?
Probably.
Yeah, I would be.
He probably went and punched this person.
I didn't think he was a bad looking man. I didn't know what he looked like until I saw him on the cover art, and I was like, oh, he's a better looking dude than I thought.
How about this? Riddick, the game, and the man, looks pretty and sounds good.
I like it. He didn't look like he'd ever been hit. Was that why he was good? Like, he had
maybe.
a face of like, I've never boxed before in my life.
The character art is colorful and the fighters move smoothly. The sounds swing with sharp body shots, thuds, agonized grunts, and clear digitized voices. In fact, the vocals add extra punch. When you taunt your opponent, or you and your opponent taunt each other, you drain your respective energy meters. Champ or chump? Bowe features 3 tough as nails modes: 1 player versus the CPU, 2 player, and career mode. The merciless CPU controlled fighters are relentless, and you have no cheap, unstoppable punches against them. You pound on your opponent over 12 rounds to sap his energy meter and set him up for a knockout. The CPU's judges score your performance after each round. Career mode is the ultimate Bowe challenge. You must work your way up the rankings starting at number 25 and slug it out to reach the ultimate showdown with the champ. You choose your fighter from a 7-man stable of 4 built-in fighters and 3 others you can create. The Build-A-Boxer feature is simple to use and adds intriguing strategy to the game. You design your pugilist body and endow him with a certain amount of power, speed, and stamina. In fact, every boxer in the cart is rated according to those 3 qualities. Using the ratings to match your boxer against guys you think he can beat is a major strategic decision. After every bout, you retire to a gem screen where you build up power, speed, and stamina according to what you think you need to beat the competition. Next section, controlling your temper. The climb to the top is fun, but it's murder on your thumbs. Boy, ain't that the fucking truth. You use all 6 buttons and the control pad to fight. Just when you think you're working with an unstoppable rhythm, the CPU adjusts to your technique. If you're knocked down, you must jam on all the buttons on the control pad to avoid being counted out. At least the crisp controls are take a licking and keep on ticking. Last section, good Riddick. They call boxing the sweet science, but that's not what's going to make you lose your teeth in this game. Riddick Bowe is a thumb-blistering boxing game that takes fight fans to the distance for fun, involvement, and effort. If you don't beat this cart, you're a pretender, not a contender. This was rated very highly at 4.5 for graphics, 4.0 for sound, 4.5 for control, and 5.0 for fun factor. And I agree.
Man, I loved this game.
I played this game for 3 hours.
Dude. Yes.
I mean, it was a great game.
I know.
It was fun.
I was very surprised at how good it was. I feel like it did a really good job of like being realistic without, it was realistic enough without like going over the edge of like trying to make it look like real fighters. It had a real cartoony style that I felt was like, I feel like they took from Punch Out, Nintendo's Punch Out in the visual style, but then it ends there.
Yeah, it's just boxing.
It's boxing
in its purest form.
12 rounds.
One of the things that you can do, so you see what the article was talking about is at the top of the screen you have a wide out shot, way off shot of the ring. It's at 3/4 view, and
which was weird at first.
And you see 2 little guys in the ring, and then on the bottom half of the screen is just the side view of you and your opponent. And when you would tap the left or right button, the ring would rotate around.
And you see like the ropes and everything in Mode 7, which is one of those where it's like, that's a good use of Mode 7.
Really, really good use of Mode 7. And that's how you would dance around. And it worked, because if he would be wailing on you, you back up, turn, move in, and punch him.
Oh, I didn't know that. So my experience was very different.
Oh, was it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it took me a while to figure that out. I didn't read the instructions. I never do.
What I did was I always check the options when I play a game, and I love it when they allow you to adjust your controls.
Yeah.
Because it's like, sweet, they're telling me all the buttons, you know?
Yeah.
And otherwise I wouldn't have known LNR allowed you to rotate. I loved it, man, because I could tap L and then do like a left hook.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you're more likely to hit that dude in the fucking head because you're stepping left.
But it
I thought
wasn't.
that was neat.
It wasn't kidding when it said that the AI adjusts to your style, because it
No.
you'd get into a rhythm and
Yeah.
the fucker would break up
Break
your
it.
rhythm
Yep.
because it realized what you were doing.
Yep.
And I liked that. It kept it interesting,
that
and I
too.
kept coming back.
I know.
Because it, much like the virtual boxing you were talking about, this game wore me the fuck out because I was going 10 rounds. Because you don't just walk up and beat the fuck out of somebody and then put the game down. This game fights back.
Yeah.
And it is very challenging.
Yep.
And even at the beginning.
Yeah.
Because your power and stuff is really low.
Starts out real low, and you level it up
you
over
level it
time,
up.
which
And
is nice.
I love what the reviewer said about the strategy inherent to this game is that you have a select number of boxers you can fight against, and what you do is you look at your stats
Yep,
and
compare
you look
them against theirs.
You look at their stats,
And they're bars.
I
They're
was-
not numbers.
Right.
Like, it's nice because you can visually, at a glance, be like, I could beat this guy.
The other thing that was nice too was it would show those fighters' wins and losses.
Right.
And I would at first I was picking on ones that had more losses than some of the others, so I felt like I had a better chance at beating them.
Right.
And then I tried again on my last fight when I finally gave up out of sheer exhaustion. I beat someone that was just a little bit better than that and a little bit better than me, and it felt good.
Yes.
It felt like I had earned that.
I love that you can choose who you fight
Yes.
in the campaign mode, because it's like, I feel like a lot of games don't give you that option. Like
No,
a lot
they
of sports games in campaign mode, it's like, well, you do that and then this and then that.
It's a tournament, yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's a tournament. Or even if it's randomly determined, it's kind of one of those where it's like, you don't really have any agency in deciding on what games you're playing or who you're fighting. In this game, it does. And you can go back, because I played for a long time. I got up to rank 8. And then I could not get past rank 7. It was like the first, I mean, the matches up until then had been challenging, but I was worried about rank 7. I think it was 7, because this dude had like the highest speed I had fucking seen in the whole damn roster. And they do a good job of like, they only show you a certain number of boxers below you and above you. So you can't go all the way to the top and be like, I'm going to get my stats right to beat Riddick Bowe at number 1. You know what I mean?
no.
It's kind of one of those where it's just like you have a limit. There's a fog of war, you know, and you've got a limited scope. And I ran across this guy, and like his power and his stamina were low. And going into this game, because you got power, stamina, and speed. When I'm introduced to these 3 stats, I'm like, I wonder which one of these is the god stat.
Speed.
It's speed. It's speed. This dude
Save
beat
the Looney Tunes b-ball.
the
Yeah.
fuck
Yeah.
out of me. He beat the fuck out of me.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
know
like,
what you're. I know that happened to me as well. I'm like, okay, gonna be working my speed up going
yep, same.
forward.
Dude, my only strategy to this was, I guess I just go in blocking and then like get in close. Just stay close to him as fucking often as possible.
Yeah.
And still, he just beat the fuck out of me.
Yeah, it was rough. Some of those, especially. I mean, and then a KO is like really satisfying because you can see their energy, and you can see when you start to combo, their energy goes down faster. But what
Right.
happens is, the more you beat on each other, the less of an actual bar that you have to work with. It grays out the top part of the bar as the fight gets longer. And by the time you get into round 10 or 11, you've just got this little tiny bar, and so does he. And it's like, okay, because it's recognizing that you're both very tired.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're not going to go the distance. But even then, you could combo the fuck out of somebody, and you just be fucking wailing on them, and they're still up.
Yep.
And when you finally knock them down, it's like, oh, thank God.
Yep. It's
And
a
then-
marathon.
And then it catches up, and then he fucking sits up, shakes his head, and he's back in the fucking fight. and you got to do it again. It is fucking crazy endurance, this game,
Yep.
to play this game. One of the other cool things I like too is when you hold both buttons, you do your blocks either up or down or mid or whatever. As you're holding those buttons, if you stay back, your energy charges up while you're blocking. It gets you that break so that your energy charges back up, and then you can get back into the fight.
It does replenish between your rounds, which is nice, but a little bit. It doesn't it doesn't fill it all the way back up. I like that stamina mechanic a lot, but I do like, as I was playing it, I was like, man, you should lose stamina when you punch.
I agree that was an oversight.
And that's the thing that they don't do, because it's like, and that's why speed is the god stat, because this dude is like throwing so many goddamn punches and his stamina is not decreasing at all. The only way his stamina decreases is if I punch him.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely an oversight.
That is an oversight.
For sure.
That is the one complaint I had, because you could just wail on somebody and not lose your own stamina.
I think it's interesting that you gain stamina while blocking, because like your normal, like in a typical fighting game, you're going to, a lot of times you'll take chip damage.
It's not
from blocking.
There's no chip damage, which is another thing that'd be nice. But
it
even
definitely wouldn't help you by blocking. Other than just you're not getting damaged.
Even if you just back up, and you're not damaged. Because what I would do, I didn't know it worked when you block, but it makes sense. I would just back up off the dude.
Yeah,
and like they'll taunt you every now and then. I'm like, thank you for the stamina.
Yeah,
because it's like they're like, come on, loser, and I'm like, I'm gonna go back here and replenish 5% of my stamina. You dumb fuck.
Yeah. But all in all, and I think it's comparing this to something like Punch Out.
Totally different games.
Is apples and oranges. This one is boxing for the same reason people play Madden football. It's because you want an authentic boxing experience. You want to. It is a really good, actually just a boxing fucking game.
It is. What I like is the there's enough abstraction. There are enough layers of abstraction where I don't feel like I'm playing a sweaty sports game.
A simulation game.
Yes. There's enough abstraction where it's like, this for me, this hits the sweet spot of like simulation and arcade.
Yeah.
And
well, it looks like an arcade game.
Yeah, it does look like an arcade game.
And I love I'm glad that you mentioned it, because it made me want to look it up. Like you were talking about the top of the screen and how that's
they look like
a representation of where you are on
in the ring.
And then also the rotation part of it.
So you can control
very cool
where you're at, and if you want to work them into the corner, you can turn yourself to a point where he stays in front of you, and then you just start fucking crowding
beating
him
the shit out of him. Yes, yeah, and it works.
That's
like
really cool.
First, I was worried when I saw that little like screen. I was like, oh fuck. This is going to be a nightmare. And then it was honestly like, it was immediately like, oh, okay, this makes sense.
The game was very intuitive, like to pick up and just play. It didn't take long.
The whole positioning aspect of boxing is completely missing from Punch Out.
Yeah,
like
you're right in front of you,
exactly.
Side to side.
Like your opponent may move a little bit, and you can obviously dodge right and left, but outside of that, there's no strategy to where you're standing, and
I like Punch Out.
Appears to be very relevant in this game.
I like Punch Out a whole lot.
Oh yeah,
like
it's fucking fantastic.
But I don't consider it a boxing game or a sports game. I mean, it is a game that's like
it's almost a rhythm game.
Yeah, I mean,
and
it's pattern memorization and recognition, more so than like boxing. This is straight up like. You have a strategy, you go in with a plan, and you like change that plan based on how bad you're getting fucking punched in the face.
Well, and the fact that you can choose different opponents and not have a linear path to get to the champion or whatever.
Because you want to build up your own stats, and to do that, you have to win. You can't.
So there's a leveling aspect.
I mean, I think, do you still go? I never really lost.
It's really cool.
Can you still go? Do you still go to the gym if you lose?
I don't remember if you. Yeah, you go to the gym.
So you can still
I lost,
work up your
and
stats.
I went to the gym, and I was like, shit, my ranking's going to be lower now. No, that didn't happen either. I don't know if you, I mean, if I only lost that one one match, so I don't know if I continue to lose matches, I might be relegated. but I was also like surprised that this game had a battery backup, because it was like, that's one thing I was thinking. It's like, it has a character creator, which is fucking, it's 1993.
Yeah.
It's not like robust, but for 1993, I was really surprised by like what you could do. And then I was like, yeah, but it's going to suck when I turn this off and I lose all of this progress, or I'm going to have to like write down a fucking 82 character password. No, it's got a fucking battery backup, which is...
And you save your career. And if you want to start over, there's an option to reset all the data and start over and stuff like that. There's
That's really impressive for a game of this.
I was super surprised. When I started it up and Malibu Interactive came up, I was like, fuck, god damn it, fuck. And then I was like, I also played this for about 3 hours. And it's like, by then I was like, this might be the only good game Malibu Interactive's ever made.
I only stopped playing it because the football game came on and I wanted to watch. But so Tyler, you had a different experience. Tell me about it.
And I think it's just because Super Punch-Out is so hard coded into my DNA.
I get that.
Like playing, and even before Punch-Out, Evander Holyfield's boxing on the Genesis was my jam before that, and that is a third-person perspective, like behind view.
Right.
So the straight up side scroller fighter aspect of it, like I struggled with that.
I can see how it's off-putting, especially considering that you played so much of. I know you played a lot of Punch-Out.
Oh my god!
I know that you played through it, a couple years ago, like again, So I could see it because I was thinking it confused me at first because I thought it was set up like a fighting game, like a Street Fighter.
Right.
I didn't realize at first that I was turning the ring and getting that perspective, and once I figured that out, it got a lot easier.
Now, didn't you guys play Evander Holyfield's Real Deal Boxing?
I don't think we have.
No? Okay.
I don't think so either, yeah.
Okay. I thought I remembered hearing that.
Because I've talked about whatever Evander Holyfield boxing from the Genesis that Brandon had. And Brandon and I played the shit out of that game.
Okay.
Where like one of the characters you could make was the beast
Sega.
that was green. Yeah, like
it was a Sega game.
Holy shit, we played that and NBA Jam just back to back to back to back.
What I thought was interesting though is they're both Malibu Interactive.
Oh,
so
neat.
1992's Evander Holyfield's Real Deal Boxing was also Malibu Interactive.
Okay.
So it makes me wonder if they kind of built on that.
They may have. Yeah, they may have.
And
of course, this has a 2-player mode where you can play against a buddy, and that's, of course, going to be the biggest reason to physically, like,
It was Real Deal
this.
Boxing for the Genesis that I played.
yeah.
It's that game, but just the Genesis.
Okay. Well, and apparently also in 93 they did Chavez 2, which is a boxing game.
Well, they were all about the boxing
Yeah, they had a
titles.
lot of boxing.
Okay.
But I didn't know that you could rotate and stuff like that. So to me, it was almost like a nerfed fighting game.
Yeah.
To where, and I could only see half of my character at a time. I wish there had been music to pump me up instead of just the sound effects.
Yeah, I agree that it needed a little background music. I don't think it hurt too bad, but I do agree that having something. One of the best parts of Punch-Out to me was bum, ba ba bum.
Yeah.
Bum, ba ba bum. You get that song going in your head, and you never really get tired of hearing it. And I agree that. But I do also understand why it didn't have that because they're going for realism.
Realism, yeah.
And
that's just where I struggled. I was bored. I was bored and frustrated at the same time, just because it was so long, and I felt like it was repetitive.
It was hard.
But it sounded like you guys got different elements than I did. And it's just this kind of game was just such a curveball to what all of my instincts are.
Yeah. Sure.
So I just ended up just like smashing buttons, just like,
Yeah.
what am I doing?
Well, I don't personally have anything else more to say about it. I don't know if you guys do, but I really liked it. I thought this was one of the more pleasant experiences I've had because I generally don't like Super Nintendo games.
It's a good podcast for you to host.
Well, I'm learning stuff that I didn't know, and I'm finding stuff that I do like
Mm-hmm.
that I would never have expected to like, particularly this boxing game. You know, I don't have anything against boxing, but this one to me was very engaging, and it kept me entertained. Way fucking.
I was
longer than
super
I thought it
surprised.
would.
I also don't like Super Nintendo games, and that is having done this podcast for 12 years. It has taught me that Super Nintendo games are pretty fucking horrible.
Yep. Yeah. Well, if anything I've learned, I'm not as big of a fan of Super Nintendo as I originally thought.
Yeah, man.
I'm a fan of a tenth of Super Nintendo.
Yes,
as are most people. But
Yeah.
it really brightens my. And it doesn't mean I don't love hosting the show. It just means that I'm gonna probably err on the side of.
Well,
I'm
we do
probably not
PS1
gonna like
games
this.
next. It's totally turning around.
Yeah,
totally
there won't
turning
be
around.
any-
Man, I can't wait to spend 20 hours a week playing a game that I hate.
3,000 times.
Man, I got Irem Skins game. Like this was like this is one of those. That was one for me. This was one of those.
Same. It was Irem Skins game was awesome.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect it to
I
be.
know.
So
And
would you
this was the same way.
Yeah.
would you say hidden gem then? I mean, it sounds.
I wouldn't recommend this to everyone.
Yeah,
But
this is
for me, yeah, I was super surprised. But I went in with very low expectations. If I had one other complaint other than like your stamina needs to deplete when you throw a punch.
Yeah,
like it has to.
That's just
like,
real shit.
That's because then it does. Speed is like all that matters.
Go hit a bag and see how long you can hit that bag.
my actual stamina was going down playing this game because it was just ducking and moving and trying to hit him and missing and getting punched in the balls. And, you know, I was like literally my hands were getting really tired.
Yeah.
Because there's so much to do. You know, you got to hold up to hit an upper jab or down to hit a body blow.
Right.
You know, you got to keep track of all that, and it's exhausting.
Yep.
From a Super Nintendo gaming standpoint,
The speed
it's
runs are
exhausting.
interesting. If anybody
I haven't
watches
seen
the
any
speed
of
run.
those. No.
Like I watched somebody beat it in 40 minutes in the speed run, and it was basically just sort of trapping the AI in a loop to where they would basically set them up on a combo that they would stop and then deliver a huge punch, set up their combo, deliver a huge punch, and just did that cycle till they're one after the other.
Okay, I bet that would take some real skill because it's tough to get in. Again, I found that the CPU was breaking up my combos and ending my pummelings.
Yeah.
Because it was seeing what I was doing.
Well, it was all counter punches. I think how they got around
I
it because
gotcha.
it was just block, big uppercut or big haymaker, and then
Gotcha.
block.
I thought I didn't think it was an easy game, but I do feel like I probably could have gotten through it like in 2 more sittings.
Yeah.
Kind of deal.
I get that.
And so if that matters to anybody listening, that would take that into consideration.
Right.
It probably doesn't. I mean, let's face it. I don't think anyone buys or doesn't buy a Super Nintendo game based on what we say about it. But
Right.
but I mean, you know, if this were like a proper review, I'd say, hey, maybe this is like a weekend. You could probably get through this in a weekend.
But then, is that on? Would you crank the difficulty up?
There
at
was
that
no
point?
There's no difficulty, but
I
I might.
thought he said there were 3 different difficulties. Maybe I'm.
No,
I guess I'm
it's
just
there's
tripping.
not
Oh,
difficulties.
to the burgers.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of.
I might try a different build. So like
Yeah,
I would go through and be like, oh, well, now that I know speed is easy mode, I'm just gonna make a real speedy character and see what
Yeah.
happens. And
And
then
the difficulty is that the fighters get harder as you go, but
Right.
they don't change the way they fight. Like, it doesn't make it harder. There's no way to
Okay.
do that. You can't
I
say I want to
gotcha.
play it on hard mode.
but there's a 2-player mode. There's that.
Yeah, we did briefly touch on that while you were.
Yeah, I had to
away.
pee super bad. I couldn't. I was like, oh, I need to get up right now.
That's a gimme for a boxing game like this, or any
Yeah.
kind of really involved sports game, and I think makes it that sort of the icing on the cake for someone. This would be a buy probably for me if I were. This would be a good one to have around. Maybe not to. You can't sink 60 hours into it at a time, but it would be good to come back to and play again, or have a friend over and play some boxing. This would be a good one.
Yeah, totally. I forgot. Man, I was like in a really bad mindset when I started playing this. I mean, there were so many things like working against me that I feel like the deck was stacked where it's like, you're going to fucking hate this game because it's like, I remembered that yesterday, I remembered that we record today. And I was like, fuck, God damn it. I got to play this fucking boxing game. Fuck shit. I mean, I went into it fucking upset about it. And then I saw that Malibu logo and I was like, God damn it. Okay. I might not make the hour. I might not make my hour, and that's gonna be fine. And then, fucking 3 hours later, I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. I like that.
It was my literal experience, word for word, what happened to me yesterday.
So I think that's a testament, in my opinion, for me personally.
If it could push you through that, like it did for me, as well, then it says something.
Malibu. Speaking of Malibu Interactive, they also developed Three Ninjas Kickback. But that wasn't a terrible game. It's our most viewed YouTube video.
YouTube video,
Time Tracks. I believe you were with us for Time Tracks.
I was here for Time Tracks.
Forgettable game because I had to YouTube it and be like, I think I played that. And Cliffhanger.
Wow!
Hell yeah! So those are the three Super Nintendo games they developed that we've covered. They did other ones that I'm sure we're gonna love when we get to.
Absolutely. Did you guys have any achievements?
Oh yeah!
Hit me, Daddy.
My first achievement: Chronicles of Riddick.
Damn it! That's my fucking first one too.
Beat all boxers in one player mode with Riddick Bowe. When you go into one player mode, you can pick Riddick Bowe as your boxer, and you can pick him and play as him to have that experience.
So mostly what you're talking about then is the career mode.
Yes,
so far.
The one player mode is you versus CPU. You can pick any of the boxers and fight against any of the others, and you can actually pick Riddick Bowe to fight with.
Could you still build a character and play single player?
I don't
You
think
have
so.
to pick a pre-built.
You have to pick a pre-built boxer. I didn't get too much into that mechanic.
Yeah, because career mode's the best.
It is the best.
If this game didn't have career mode, this would be like, career mode's the game. Yeah. If it didn't have it, it would be severely lacking. I think because it's just 1v1 random rounds. I don't think that would have held me. Because it's like the leveling up is like, that's a great system. I love that. Where it's like, okay, I get to decide where I want to spend these 3 attribute points, I like that. I get into that.
Yeah. My next achievement is Bohemian Rhapsody.
Nice.
And to get that, you win every round in a fight. You get scored for every round. I never went below a 9. Yeah. It was either a 9 or a 10 in every round. I think that's probably the way it is.
It's so I don't understand. I've watched a lot of boxing and I still don't fully understand like the point scoring system.
So in this game it was how many punches you threw versus how many you landed.
Okay.
That weren't blocked.
You saying that reminded me of something. I had a lot of time to think when I was playing this game for a long time. I like boxing a lot. I think boxing is cool. I like to watch it.
Great sports.
But I've got a thing against sports where it's like, these people just decide who did the best. You know what I mean? Like that's always like figure skating and shit, like boxing. It's just like
figure skating.
There's something to be said about a fucking sport where a object goes through a net or into a net. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like where it's like, they did that. Everybody saw that happen.
Yeah.
The thing is, like most of the time when they'll be like, oh, well, so-and-so won this round. Most of the time I'm like, yeah, that tracks.
Sure.
Like that guy hit the other guy more and the other guy didn't hit him as much. So I get it. Yes. It makes sense. But they'll be like scoring the 8th round at 8-10 or whatever. And it's like, really? It was that close? Like, it didn't seem that close. It seemed like this dude beat the shit out of this other dude, but he's still like an 8 or 9. I don't get it. Like,
they should like collect the blood, like the ring should be made so that like it absorbs, like the canvas absorbs the blood. Yeah. And then there's like nanobots that are like, all right, we got 80% type A blood and this dude has type A. You could never fight someone with the same blood type.
Right.
That just wouldn't work.
That would be out.
But otherwise, patent that. We could probably make a couple
Made
bucks.
Tommy Morrison especially dangerous.
Ooh.
Who?
Yeah.
The boxer who quit when he got AIDS.
Tommy Morrison.
Star
Tommy
of Rocky
the
Five.
Machine Gun
Tommy
Morrison.
Gun.
Was he the one putting needles in the coin slots on phone machines?
Yep.
What the fuck do
Yeah,
you call those
no,
things?
that was just
Payphones?
It's been a minute.
Payphones, yeah.
the same one that put the needles in your Halloween candy
Yeah.
and in your Coca-Colas. Because there might be a needle in there.
Yep.
Don't take cyanide or don't take Tylenol for the pain. It's got cyanide in it.
So do apple cores.
So if ever captured by the Nazis, I can just take one of these Tylenols. They'll never get any answers out of me.
You have answers that Nazis would want?
I don't have answers anyone wants.
Same.
Where does our Coke come from?
Atlanta, I don't know.
My next achievement is fucking ridiculous.
Nice.
To win that,
That's good.
Nice.
get it, fucking ridiculous. You win a fight in under 30 seconds. Can't be done. Can't be done.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't
I
like
guess
Michael
it can. The speed runs.
I
I
watched
guess.
the speedrunner. Yeah,
I
he
guess-
You can't,
knocked out
like-
his very first opponent. and-
Tyson versus
Really
Spinks. You
quickly.
go out there and knock him out in like 10
Right,
seconds.
My next achievement is Bowe, you didn't.
Fuck yes. God damn it.
And to get Bowe, you didn't come back from a knockdown to win by KO. So
Nice.
you get knocked down, get up, and then win by KO. And then my last achievement is Riddick rolled. And to get Riddick rolled, you lose a fight after leading on the scoreboard in every round.
Nice. I loved those. Those are great.
Thank you.
There's only one overlap, which blew my mind. Because when you read your first one, which is also my first one, The Chronicles of Riddick, I was like, fuck, I'm cooked, as the kids say. In order to unlock The Chronicles of Riddick, you make it to and defeat Riddick Bowe. My next achievement was Massive Head Wound Harry. In order to unlock Massive Head Wound Harry, win a match using only punches to the head. We didn't talk about, there's a head gauge and a body gauge.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That kind of like works like the stamina bar. You work the fucking body, and then that
Yeah.
motherfucker starts to get gray.
What is it Hunter S. Thompson says? Kill the body, the head will die.
Hell yeah.
The little stomach chest icon has a line that goes down. The more damage you do to it, or the more damage is done to you, that line goes down to show, what.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see, well, I've been dealing so many body blows, I might be able to get him
Get a
knocked
KO
down
from just body
from
blows.
body blows
Yeah.
because I've
Oh,
worked
that's-
this body
Yep.
so hard. Which is
100%. Because if you got a bruised rib, you're going to be tucking that elbow,
Yeah,
and
which
you are
is a
not going to be
really-
able to defend your face
a
very well.
really,
when you're
really,
doing that.
really neat mechanic.
I liked it. I do.
It's very realistic.
It is.
I do wish that, and I wondered as I was playing it, I was like, were they not allowed to like visually represent this on the characters fighting
the
themselves?
actual damage.
Because they don't
Yeah.
they look the same throughout the entire
Right.
fight. You just see the damage on these gauges at the bottom.
Well,
But I think
even
I like it better.
Do you?
actually.
was it
I think I would have liked it on the characters a little bit better, just because I could read the information quicker
without having to look
like
down.
glance down and
I
wasn't it Punch
agree.
Out, like Tyson's Punch Out, where in between rounds the characters would look more damaged if
Yeah,
they
yeah,
took
they did that
more
in Punch
damage?
Out.
Yep.
I don't think they looked any different when the game
No, but
started.
just between round,
But
if you were
between
winning,
rounds, yeah. I remember they would have like fucked up
Yeah.
faces.
Lil
and
Mac's
shit.
face would be all fucking
Yeah,
puffed
yeah.
out.
Blip, 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 blip.
Subscribe to Nintendo Power, Mac.
My next achievement is Netflix boxing experience. In order to unlock Netflix boxing experience, you pause the game every 2 minutes.
Missed opportunity for me. I should have thought of that too. That's a good
I thought you
one.
were gonna say you only fight old, washed up people that
I fought
That aren't real
some
fighters
old washed
anymore.
up people.
You taunt your opponent by whispering, "Don't you want to get paid?"
yes, exactly. That is the Netflix boxing experience.
My next achievement is, are you ready? Are you ready? This is good. Jabba Dabba Doo. In order to unlock Jabba Dabba Doo, you win a match using only jabs. My next achievement is, and you have my Riddick Bowe. In order to unlock, and you have my Riddick Bowe, you loan this game to a friend in your fellowship. And then my last achievement is, I smash the critics like an overhand right from Riddick. In order to unlock, I smash the critics like an overhand right from Riddick. You beat Slow-Mo from Game Pro in a 2-player match.
Nice. Those are good.
That's
Those are very good.
fantastic.
And that's it.
I've got 4. First one being Snot Knocker. Hit somebody in the head till that green liquid flies out.
Yeah. Yeah. You get them real good, and they kind of have that weird sort of, it's like spit, I guess, but it does sort of look like green snot.
Crossbow. Defeat Riddick Bowe with a right cross.
Nice.
Nice.
Riddick bowed out. You lose as Riddick Bowe.
Okay.
Nice.
And then pick a bow, but bow spelled Beau. Pick your favorite boy and jerk off to him.
Okay.
Pick your bow.
Hell yeah. Can I just say hell yeah?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Is Riddick Bowe the most pun-tastic,
Oh, man.
capable name
It's pretty good.
ever? I mean,
Really
we
good.
all the ones I could come up with had to be puns, and they were just like kind of rolled off of me, you know? Like,
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
Hey,
It's like calling Mike Tyson Mike Bison, and then that going a whole different route because of mistranslation.
excuse me. We think you could be sued for doing that. Oh, okay. We'll just change it. Cool. That's Capcom. Hi, I'm Capcom. We'll just change it.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for telling us.
The
I like
the
that.
ridiculous pun was fucking cherry
fucking
because everybody's gonna pun on the bow.
Yeah.
you know it's
I
harder
tried
to
to
do
have-
Riddick.
It is.
I had to try. I had to do like alternating Riddick, then Bowe, then
Yeah.
Riddick, then Bowe.
Rid Dick. Punch a guy in its dick.
Yeah,
Until it's red.
till he's rid of his dick.
Rid Dick Cheney. Shoot your friend while you're playing 2-player mode.
Use the
And then
gun
have
code.
him apologize to you. I shouldn't have gotten in front of your shotgun, sir. I
Man.
apologize.
Man, I forgot about that part of that whole fucking thing.
Yes.
That you want to know if you're a fucking boss? Shoot a guy in the face with a shotgun
Yeah.
and then have him apologize.
That is some
to
gangsta
you.
ass shit
That
right
is
there.
yeah, it was. That's when I'm not gonna like delve too far into the political, but that's when they started like talking shit about Liz Cheney, and I was just like, oh fuck, y'all are gonna get fucked up.
Is Dick Cheney gonna have to choke a
It
bitch?
didn't happen, but I expected Dick Cheney to to hurt some people. But anyway, sorry.
What do you think Flopsy has to say about this
Yeah,
game?
thank you.
I think they're gonna have good things to
I
say
think they're
about
gonna
it.
have good things to say. I think it's gonna score highly.
I don't know how highly, but I think it's gonna be a 3 or above.
I bet it's 3.5.
I could go 3.5.
I roll with that.
Okay, John, 3.5.
I mean, based on the descriptions and the little bit that I've seen on my phone while we were talking, yeah, I mean, it looks really fucking solid.
I wouldn't be
I would say
surprised.
3.5 sounds good.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's 4, but I'm not gonna vote 4 because
I
that
think
is
that depends on the reviewer.
that's
Yeah.
high
how
on,
they
on
feel
in there.
about
And
this type of game.
I also don't feel like I've played enough boxing games on the Super Nintendo to really compare it
Sure.
a whole lot. You know,
Yep.
I don't know how many there are.
Yes, I mean,
I think 3.5.
3.5?
Is a solid number.
Okay.
For this one.
Availability. It's 1993.
I think this one's going to be uncommon.
Uncommon.
Yeah.
Riddick Bowe.
I don't know though, man.
Riddick
Sports
Bowe?
games, Riddick Bowe,
Yeah.
sports games. I think this
He
actually
didn't hold the title very long.
Yeah, but sports games sell well. I mean, especially
And
like
it's early
typically-
too. That's
Yeah.
it's like 93. SNES has been out for 2 years.
now there was
Yeah.
there was the Evander Holyfield.
Evander Holyfield
game
in 92,
That, had
yeah.
already
that was
come out.
92.
but that was only on Sega.
Yeah, that was on
right?
Genesis only, I
Yeah.
think.
True.
Because I know you said
I don't know.
I can't. I mean, I personally can't think of a lot of boxing games on the SNES.
I think it's common. Common would be my guess.
I could roll with common.
But I
with
could
common.
I could see it also being uncommon.
I think because it's a boxing game, because it's a sports game, because it is attached to a well-known boxer.
And
I think it'll be common. I agree, Tyler.
Common 3.5. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like this would have probably been very, very popular as a rental as well.
Yeah.
My dad would have loved the shit out of this game.
Right.
100% my dad would have loved this.
So 3.5 common.
That's where we're going with it.
3.5 common. Okay. Let's see. According to Flopsy, aka the Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library 1991 through 1998 by Pat Contry, courtesy of Monster Mold
I
Mike.
never don't appreciate the Vanna White. I really don't.
And a mysterious shadowy benefactor. I had this ready. Don't worry. It's fine. Everything's fine here. Riddick Bowe Boxing. 3.5 stars.
Oh,
Ding, ding, ding.
shit.
That was also a boxing bell.
Yes, it was a good one.
That was the end of the match.
Right.
Yeah.
Availability, uncommon. Sorry, I talked us out of
damn it.
uncommon.
I would have really thought that this would have been common, given.
I really did think it was common because I bought this game. I played it last night, and then I was like, "Yeah, okay, I want to buy this." And then,
well,
based on the price, I was like, yeah, "It's probably common." So there's a little hint for the next segment.
Yeah.
well, I recognized the box art. Like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I pulled it out, I remember seeing that. I want to think I remember seeing that at like the Salem Food Market.
Nice,
Because
nice.
they rented like some movies
Yep.
and some
Yeah,
games.
I remember when
Same
grocery
with the
store
Piggly
rented that
Wiggly.
shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to love that.
2 Super Nintendo games.
I know.
Super
had a-
Mario and Addams Family. That's all they fucking had.
Salem Food Mart had more than 2. They might have had 5 or 6.
They had more Playboy VHS tapes.
Wow.
In the Piggly Wiggly.
Hell yeah.
That is that is
Okay.
bold for a Marshall
And
County Piggly
I
Wiggly.
remember it was McCracken. It's McCracken
Oh,
County.
okay.
Yeah. I remember going in and like
That's
Heathens.
different.
looking at the Addams Family, but cutting
City
my
folk.
eyes over at the top row of Playboy VHS tapes of Piggly Wiggly.
I want to rent these, Mom.
Did you ever think about like switching the tapes out in the cases?
Too
or something?
obvious. Too obvious.
Too obvious.
How much would you expect to pay for Riddick Bowe Boxing on the SNES if you were to buy it? Bonus question: is it less or more than I paid for it?
Sub question.
It's up the question. Nice, good ref.
$8.50.
$8.50 for me in.
And I think you paid more than that.
Okay. $8.50 more.
$10.
$10. Did I pay more or less than that
I think you paid with shipping.
with shipping?
I think you paid more than that.
Okay. John,
$13 less.
$13 less. Switching it up. Okay. Actual retail value of Riddick Bowe. Forgot the dude's name for a minute. But it's fine. No one noticed. Riddick Bowe's boxing for the Super Nintendo. What a fucking straightforward ass name. What a fucking like straight up like we're not gonna try.
We're all business.
We licensed his likeness. We're gonna fucking.
We
use
don't
it.
have to make a pun. They'll make their own
It's
pun.
good.
I think I liked him so much as a kid because of his name. He's got
Riddick, he's got a good name.
fun
That is a
name
Yeah,
to say.
it is fun.
And he seems like a boxer. So
It's a boxer's name. Yeah.
Is it his real name? Do we know?
I don't know.
Nobody would spell Bow like that if they didn't have to. I don't feel like.
Bowe.
W-E, yeah.
I don't think I've ever known anyone with the last name Bowe. I've known someone with the first name Bowe. He didn't spell it that way.
Yeah.
Hey, Riddick Lamont Bowe is his name.
That's his Christian name.
Born on August 10th, 1967.
Hey.
That's my birthday, except
Not the 67.
67. He was
Yeah.
born 6 years to the day. He is 6 years exactly older than me.
That's why he could beat you in a fight, is because he's
It's
older.
the only
that's,
reason.
that's the rules.
It's the only
Yeah.
reason. Because otherwise, I'd kick his ass.
Right.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. Riddick. Is he still alive? I hope he's still alive. Yeah, he's still alive. He's 57.
Yeah, Jake Paul will be
Lives in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah.
I'd watch it.
He was.
I mean, I already subscribed to Netflix. I mean, I might as well.
He did kickboxing too.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He was in the movie Kickboxing 2.
That maybe. I don't know. I've never seen that. Continue.
The price of Riddick Bowe's boxing for the Super Nintendo loose on average, according to pricecharting.com at the time of this recording, is $6.34. Everyone got the sub question correct except for John.
Yeah, I was shooting way high.
Yeah, I paid
on
11.
that.
I paid $11 for this and did not feel bad about it. I could have gotten a cheaper copy, but like they all look kind of shitty, and this one was like, okay, this will
11
wait.
with shipping. that's
11
pretty
with
good.
shipping, and it
Wait,
looked
you
nice.
paid 11, but I said 13 less.
So he got.
So I got
it
the
right.
less part.
You paid less than.
You paid
13.
less than 13.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. But I would like to
Next
remind
time
you.
it's gonna be like 100 less.
I'd like to remind you though that you're a guest host. So technically, if I didn't want you to be right, I could just say, well, you know what, man. I'll respect it. I'll respect it.
I wasn't trying to like call you out.
I'll respect it. It's fine.
Maybe I was. I wanted the credit for.
No, I get it.
Did I say 11? I meant
I would
1301.
too. Yeah, I bought it. That's the first one I've bought in a while. So yeah, that was meaningful.
That's a very good price for us.
is
So,
a good-
good price for something you enjoyed. Yeah.
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 Agreed.
As I'm still kind of shocked that y'all are finding games that aren't dog shit at this
It
point.
happens. It's rare, but it happens.
It happens like what? When was Irem Skid's game? That's been a full year, right?
Several
least.
months. Yeah, at least.
How deep are y'all into?
It's been like 300
the
burritos
list?
ago at
I don't
least.
know.
That's what I want to know.
This is
like, how
episode
many-
802.
Now those haven't all been Super Nintendo.
Right. So
Yeah.
if you do an
games, but-
average of 100, just take 100 away.
But also 802 isn't correct.
Shit.
We've mislabeled a few, so it's more like 805.
I think we've mislabeled one.
Did
we had a
did we
whole
name-
series. We had a whole series of them where they
we
had the
kept
same
naming
number.
them the same.
Oh yeah, but that was on purpose, so that doesn't count.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I think we mislabeled Red Dead Redemption,
Yep.
and then we kept that streak where it was like,
It's
775 for like 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now we go by what Podbean says.
Yeah.
And I also have this year have started putting the episode number in the title of the meta,
Of the MP3 file.
meta file.
metadata.
Yeah.
So, Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
if you were to give this game a beard, that sums up how you feel about it. What beard and why?
I would give it the beard of shit.
Damn, you really didn't like this game. A beard of shit.
It's a beard. It's the UFC guy, black guy, big bushy beard. His name.
I don't know UFC.
His
I
name
don't
was
know.
in my head, and then it left. Shit, I was gonna give it to him because he was a good, impressive boxer, but got beaten really quickly. I can't remember his name. Shit. His beard.
Okay. All right.
It'll be in the show notes.
Okay. Tyler, if you were to give this game a pair of glasses, that sums up how you feel about it. What kind of glasses?
Oh, the bloody, cut your forehead, hardcore match. The bloody eyes of one Mick Foley, mankind, as he is the ultimate stamina damage taker.
Hell in the Cell, baby.
Fuck yeah. Everything Mick Foley does. Fucking love the show.
I love Mick Foley.
He's a good dude.
He's a good dude. One of my all-time favorite wrestlers.
My number one all-time favorite wrestler, hands down.
Might be mine. He might be mine, too, actually.
I always love the stories Leva has where Leva's like hung out with him before. It's like that's badass.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Like he knows her by name. They've seen each other that much in the business. So like that's cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Well,
See what
we
we're
want to
gonna do next week?
randomize a game.
You grabbing imaginary boobs?
No, my hands hurt.
Randomize or doom.
Cake or death?
I want to randomize.
Let's
Sounds
randomize.
Let me go with this bat, plug it up. We'll put it on my head, wild and crazy kid style. Say the prayer we all love to say. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop.
5:30.
Is this also in the R's? Did we have a 5 something last week?
It's in the S's.
Oh, okay. So
Close.
pretty
Let's start with the word super.
It does not, surprisingly.
Ooh.
Have we done it?
We have
Okay.
Star Fox Super Weekend.
Spin again.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. A stop.
5:63.
It's loving these. It's the S's again.
Yep.
Super.
This
New
one
one?
is super. This is a new one.
Super and a new one. Super
Rugby.
Riddick
Close.
Bowe's boxing.
Not as close, but kind of close. Not as close as
Super rugby.
Super rugby.
Soccer.
we're getting closer.
Football.
Closer.
Super baseball.
Yeah, close.
Super darts.
Way fucking close. The closest. The closest.
Super billiards.
Oh, pretty damn close.
Because there were 2 pool games, I thought.
You're darts and billiards. This is like in that like kind of territory of like a indoor sport.
In a pub.
Not so much the pub.
Pinball.
Indoor.
No, farther away. Billiards shares the first letter of this sport.
Foosball. No, wait.
Boozeball.
Foosball.
Yeah, boozball. Fuck yeah.
You damn foosball.
It's the devil.
It's the devil.
Indoor
Indoor sport
starts with a B.
Basketball.
Good guess, but no. Heavier ball.
Bowling.
Bowling.
Okay.
Super bowling.
We haven't done a bowling game in a minute.
The last one we did was horrible.
Yep.
So by
What was
comparison,
that?
Started with a W
I
or
can't remember that
something.
guy's name. It was someone's name.
Oh, I thought it was the one that was like Brunswick.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that's
That
it.
is.
That's
that
a
is.
company.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
Yeah,
My bad.
Super.
Mr.
Barry
Mr.
Brunswick.
Mr. Brunswick. Victor Brunswick's bowling.
As far as I know, man.
So this is just simply called Super Bowling.
Super bowling. You want to know a fun fact about this game is when you search for it, Google's like, you mean Tecmo Super Bowl, right?
This is
Yeah.
a game. This is not a bowling game. It's a game about going to Super Bowls.
Ooh, it's a tailgating simulator.
Tailgating travel simulator.
Stop your uncle from touching strangers' breasts.
Super bowling. Sounds good.
Yeah, I can feel the excitement already.
Hey, man, look, I'm going to try to go in this with an open mind, considering I thought Riddick Bowe boxing was going to be a big old pile of horse shit, and turns out I bought a video game.
I'll have to buy chicken sandwiches next week.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
I have to come back next week.
Yeah. All right. Now we figured out how to get John on every episode. Cool. All right. Hey, man, if that's what it takes, we can rotate through. I'll buy the chicken sandwiches.
Chicken sandwiches, fish sandwiches. Fish sandwich would be fucking hard.
I don't want to do that. You guys.
You
guys
don't like a
fried
fish sandwich?
A little fried fish is nice sometimes.
Yeah, but 4 quarters equals one whole fish sandwich.
A Tinder challenge.
We can't
I do
eat
tender
fish
challenge.
sandwiches?
I don't like fish sandwiches.
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, man. Okay.
More for you and me.
Yeah.
that's true.
I do like a fish sandwich.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Find the show on iTunes, not SoundCloud, not Spotify, or not Spotify, not Stitcher. Just all over the goddamn place. Tons of shit going on, but most importantly is that Patreon.
.com/TADPOG is where you can go and give us money. And
Money,
money, please.
please.
We haven't done money please in a while. I'd like some.
Hello.
I'd like some more money.
Frog pussy.
Let me go up here. We got a new donor this week.
Hell yeah.
Frank, Ivan, Enfinger
Thank you, Frank, Ivan, and Finger.
is our newest donor. We appreciate you throwing some money our way. If you'd like to be cool like Frank and do so, just go to tadpog.com/ or patreon.com/tadpog and give us that money. And if you give us $20 of money, we will read your name on the show and call you an executive producer, whether you like it or not. Just like these fine folks that I'm about to read in no particular order, which is not true. It's in a very particular order. Cubicle Monkey, Game Bug, Prime, Nathan Eaton, Matt Gentile, a.k.a. Gentle G, Pinball Airplane, Archmage, Chris Edler. Sorry you couldn't be on this episode. Derek Pope Sandwich, Burger Bottom, Jeff Miners, congratulations on your marriage. Drinksmith, Joey Webster, Sandwich Pope, Phil Hawkins, Louisville correspondent, Princess Consuela, Banana Hammock, Flavor Trick, Taryn Dahl, and Trev Dietrich. Thank you all so much.
Thank you
yeah.
very much.
We were going to do calls tonight, but we're not going to do calls now because this episode is long enough.
Yep.
And I want to go home.
I'm gonna Patreon donors and listeners. I'm gonna make you a deal. Let's take a look. Let's see what are we at right now? What are we at? What are we at? What's our total on Patreon right now?
Oh,
I'm looking it up.
I just take what you give me every month.
Yeah, sometimes I just lie.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm worried Ian's gonna leave the show if this number isn't high enough. So I'm just gonna lie about
Give
it.
him my half.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit of mine. I'm not going to leave the show. I didn't even know I was going to start getting paid.
That's true. You did this fully
did it.
of your own volition.
Absolutely. Now I expect it. And I want a fucking raise, but that's up to the donors, isn't it?
It is up to the donors. So according to
Give
I
me
just
a
looked it up.
raise. What the fuck? I've been
Well, they
working
got to do your
hard.
performance review, and it takes a year.
There's going to be.
We're at 381 right now. Let's get it to 420. And I'll eat a fish sandwich. How about that? That's a good deal.
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah.
those
Hell
fucking
yeah.
things, okay? So
Oh, but
let's get it to 420 and we'll do the fish sandwich challenge and you can get to hear me being fucking super grossed out.
Tyler and Ian get to pick the fish sandwich too.
You don't want me picking them.
Okay.
I know a good fish sandwich.
No.
What?
It's got to be like the
is
worst.
your problem.
It's got to be
Guest
the
host?
worst fish sandwich.
See what he does?
God.
See what he does? He doesn't respect the law of the land.
Maybe I want him to have a good fish sandwich so he has a good experience.
No.
Man, you're an
Look.
asshole.
Yes.
Look, whatever fish sandwich it is, let's get that Patreon to 420.
420.
Blaze
Yeah,
it.
because
420 blaze it.
people want to hear Dave suffer for their money. I mean, that's,
I'm doing it for me, not for them.
okay. Good for you.
I want
Fried
more
fish.
respect that.
I want more money, and I can have a little fried fish.
Fried fish is okay. Fried fish is okay.
If I can eat it as a cake pop 4 times, then it'll be okay, probably. I honestly do feel like it might end up with me being like, oh, okay, actually, fish sandwiches are pretty okay. So if you're worried that might be the result and you won't be happy with that, then don't donate any more money.
If you don't want Dave to be happy,
Right.
donate the money.
If we get to 500, then we won't make him eat the sandwich. But between 420 and
Before 420 and 500. Look, homie, I don't think we're gonna get to 420.
No,
I'm
we're
not.
not.
I'm not worried about eating a fish sandwich.
No, this has to be a sustainable 420. We want. What is that? 381.
It's a 381. So we just got to get up
40 bucks.
$39.
I want it to be 40 people giving $1 or 20 people giving $2. That's sustainable over time and not one donation of $40 extra.
Cubicle Monkey being like, he's eating that fish sandwich.
That's because that's not sustainable.
All right.
I want to
fair.
see.
Cubicle Monkey's a good dude. I
He is a good
I don't
dude.
think
He is
Cubicle
a
Monkey
good
would
dude.
do that.
He is a good
to spite me. I think he'd be like, "Damn, Dave is hard up for $40." I kind of like,
He just starts to GoFundMe.
yeah.
And that really only.
He gets concerned.
Save Dave from fish sandwich.
All right, I'm allergic to pine nuts, so let's get the Patreon up to $1,000, and I'll eat a handful of pine nuts.
Well, that also-
we're not there.
Bees and pine nuts.
Yeah, in that order.
That also only really translates to like $13 a piece
Per person,
Per
yeah.
person. So he's that desperate for $13.
That'll cover the fish sandwiches, maybe.
Yeah.
That might be tough.
Man, fish sandwiches are not cheap.
500 for the 420. I just picked it because it's a funny number. 569. Now we got a funny number in there too. Let's get it to 569. I'll eat a fish sandwich. That sounds ridiculous.
Sustainable.
We used to have goals like we'll make penguin jinkum for $100. Now I'll eat a fish sandwich for 569. So
As we've gotten older, we've gotten more realistic.
look, man, inflation's a real thing. We all suffer from it. So I mean, look. 569. There we go.
Okay.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We already did that part. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Got fish sandwich brain.
Bye. Oh, do you want to do Tropical Capricorn?
Our
Who do we
theme
want to do
song
that?
is moves us more driver. That's in the
I
fucking.
do this.
You
I
say
do the
that.
closer. I got the closer.
How do we
handled.
want to close it out?
What's our favorite boxer?
Sounds good. So until next time.
Tropical.
Tropical,
Little Mac. Yeah. Yeah.
tropical Capricorn. Or is it more of
Are
a
you
list
trying
that
to
Mike
say-
Tyson has?
He's got a lot.
Capricorn.
It's a lot to unwrap.
Yeah.
God, I love those TikTok Mike Tyson knockout compilations.
Yeah.
He's so fucking badass in his
Dude.
prime. Holy shit.
I like
Yeah,
the
he
interview
was.
compilations where he sounds like fucking
Right.
Charles Manson.
Or when Puff Daddy keeps like grabbing his leg and shit in a Arsenio interview.
I hadn't seen that.
And Mike Tyson's like, dude, stop touching me. And he's clearly like, Puffy's like trying to feel up on him and he's not having it.
Dude.
Your hands are
That is
slimy.
a dangerous fucking game he is playing.
That shows you Puff Daddy's like, I want that ass no matter who it is.
Whoa. Holy shit. No, you're right, though. I've seen plenty of those videos, and man, Mike Tyson was just
Unreal.
frightening when he was in his prime. Like, God. Like, I love my favorite boxer is Muhammad Ali, but still.
Well, Muhammad Ali blessed Mike Tyson whenever, who was it that was like, he beat Muhammad Ali in one of his last matches, whenever he was clearly, the disease had set in, but he was
Yeah.
still boxing. He lost to this guy, and Tyson came up in his prime, and Muhammad Ali pulled him aside and said, do this one for me. And Mike Tyson beat the living fuck out of him. I can't remember the guy's name.
I should remember the guy's name, but I don't.
Yeah, I'd have to look it up. I don't know. Can't remember any boxers' names besides
Yeah.
those three.
You know, it's funny you were talking about the bifocals, and my boss was like, "No, man, I think as I get older, my eyes are getting better because I can hold my phone way out here and I can see it really good." It's like I used to have to hold it up here to see it that good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
The thing I hate about it the most is it changes my TV watching habits because I can no longer lay horizontal and like no neck watch a TV show where it's just like, I don't know, just bury my chin into my chest and watch it. Now everything's blurry. That's the biggest drawback.
You have to move your bed around and lay on your side. See,
Man, I haven't really been able to lay on my side comfortably with glasses on ever.
yeah, I know. Me neither.
oh, it was Larry Holmes.
Larry Holmes.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
TADPOG is hosted and produced by Tyler Holland, Dave Moore, and Ian Chandler, and releases new episodes every Wednesday. You can find them on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and just about anywhere else podcasts are hosted. If you have a question or comment for the hosts, don't hesitate to call us at 270-883-2555 and leave us a voicemail. If we like it, we'll play it on the show and respond. If you'd like to send us something, you can do so at TADPOG Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002. If you'd like to donate to the show, visit patreon.com/tadpog, and with a minimum donation of $1 per month, you will get access to all of our fun bonus content. Join the conversation on our Discord server at bit.ly/tadpog Discord. Registration is free, and we'd love to have you there. If you enjoy our show and haven't already, don't forget to find and tap that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Because I almost paid for MyFitnessPal Premium just so I could export my burrito data. Because I was like,
Brand new sentence.
yeah,
Just so I could export my burrito data.
If I could get this into CSV, man.
I got
Control
a
F burrito.
I got a spreadsheet, son.
How many
An
lines?
episode on the way home this weekend.
But yeah, I told Tyler this and Ian after we got done recording. I was like, man, there was a minute where I ate a breakfast burrito every morning. Like I meal prepped a breakfast burrito. And it's there were at least... I did that for like 3 months, so that's at least 90 fucking
90
burritos.
and that's assuming you never ate another burrito in those 90 days.
It's not that easily. I'm over 1,000.
You know, when you mentioned breakfast burritos being counted, I was like, oh, okay. No, steer nowhere near 1,000.
It kind of fucks me up if breakfast burritos aren't counted. I mean,
Why wouldn't they be?
It would count.
Why wouldn't they be
count.
counted?
It says burrito right there in the name.
And
It
like you
counts.
can go to any Mexican restaurant here and get what are they? What's it called? The eggs.
Oh,
Huevos?
Huevos rancheros. Yeah, like I mean, all it is they just roll that up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
Y'all ready?
Yes,
Are
sir.
you still
Yeah,
eating?
dog.
No, I'm not. Here, let me throw this away. 'cause
It's
I'm
fine.
not
You don't have to do that. Yeah, it's fine.
Ava found that dead mouse the next day. She was snapping pictures of, found this poor baby that didn't make it, and she was standing beside the bag with a dead mouse in her
How did he
hand.
die? Did he freeze, I wonder?
Oh, absolutely. He froze to death.
Aw. Poor little bag mouse.
Oh, I shouldn't have been in that bag.
Yep.
He was like, I wasn't fucking bothering you in the bag.
He was. That's how we got him.
I know, right? That motherfucker would have just stayed quiet. He was probably really hungry. He was like, if I shake this bag, this dude will feed me for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
What's the worst that could happen?
Sure is chilly out here.
Weird. I thought I was inside.
I felt like I was moving, and now it's really cold. That's weird. Oh, well. What's the worst that could happen? I smell things outside now, so I could probably find some food pretty easily.
If only I could get out of this bag.
That's probably what had to have happened. Like, she opened it, the mouse couldn't get out, and she opened the bag
Yeah.
and found, like, she probably wondered, why is this gift bag
Right.
out of the garage?
Dead dove
My
inside.
gift,
Don't know what I expected.
my gift, a dead mouse.
Believe it!